the grudge racing, and all that good stuff.
That live stream's going to be sick. Oh, look who's here. Too bad you only have 2 hands, huh?
All right, so as everything has been put into place, you can see the speaker out there, the center of the racetrack. And we're going to take a look back at what's been going on all day long here in Pontiac, Michigan. It has been absolutely spectacular from beginning to end. You can check out the Jumbotron.
I like that move right on the stage. I like that.
As our live streaming coverage comes online, you can see the sign-on happening right now. MotorTrend presents Roadkill, powered by Dodge.
As it has been since the very beginning of this event.
Silverdome parking lot, correct?
Correct.
And welcome everybody who is tuning in live on the MotorTrend YouTube channel. Welcome to Pontiac, Michigan. And here's what's been going on all day long here at Roadkill Nights, powered by Dodge. It has been a day of exceptional fun, of interactive experiences, of monster trucks, of tug of wars, of drag racing, and a whole lot more.
And what's coming up? Do you know what's first?
What's coming up first will be our great introduction, our opening ceremony, the national anthem being performed by a nationally known and revered artist. And then we're going to be going into our grudge race. And then we will be going in to the quick eights. Mentioned what's been going on. For those of you just tuning in, we take a look back earlier through the day to look at some of the great activities that have been happening here. This, of course, the drifting experience, which we've only been able to watch from afar. We've not been able to escape the bounds of our booth, but man, a whole lot of fun in these brand new Chargers hanging the tail out.
It's cool that they can get those cars slideways.
Oh, yes, they can.
It's really pretty neat.
I mean, we saw one smoking the front tires off the starting line,
Exactly.
an all-wheel drive model this afternoon.
You think about all-wheel drive, it's not known to be a platform that can get that kind of sideways, but that's really cool that these Chargers can do it.
They have a button where you can put them in rear-wheel drive mode.
Okay, okay.
That is spectacular. A nice tight course, a lot of great precision driving. As you can see the cars, the ballet of drifting, pinwheeling around the flag, and then the red, white, and blue burnout to get things officially kicked off. That was about 9:30 this morning. As the fans were starting to come in, it was a fun cloud descend up over the city of Pontiac, Michigan. Good looking cars, and again, the debuts this week of the 550 horsepower and 420 horsepower models of this thing. Really cool, really exciting. Brian Lone's here, joined by KJ Jones. We have David Freiburger and Mike Finnegan in the booth with us as well as we get ready to kick things off in style here at Roadkill Nights. I want to talk to David and Mike for a second as we're getting things squared away. We touched on it a little bit earlier about kind of the meaningful nature of this thing. Do you guys feel like this is a homecoming? It's a reunion? What does it feel like to you?
Oh, it does feel like a home. I love coming here every year. Like, it kind of kicks off the second half of the year for me with all the conventions and races and things that happen, you know. But to be back here in this specific spot, you know, where I got to see Ice Cube live.
Yeah, man.
I love it. I love it.
Memories come flooding back.
The what?
Memories come flooding back.
They come floating back?
Flooding.
My memories span is as long as a gnat.
This is true.
So,
Not for you.
What was your name again?
Yeah. You are, and you are.
I have the attention span of a carrot.
No, but all the cool things that we've seen over the years here and when it was down the street at M1, I mean, just incredible, incredible memories. And I've only been at this is my 5th year at it, so I haven't been here for the whole ride, but I'm just really glad that I got a chance to do this.
It's a very unique event, the drag racing on the street. Dodge always brings something as far as press announcements. It's been like that every year. It's one of the things I really look forward to coming to. And this year, with us not having to shoot TV, I think we're having a really good time because we're able to mingle with the fans a lot more and spend time here hanging out with you guys.
Have you caught up with Cotton and Newbern at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, Cotton and Newbern are here. We've signed a lot of items that they have already signed. So it's cool that they came out. Christy Lee also here. She had joined us just for a few minutes earlier in the podcast or the broadcast.
The broadcast, yeah.
I'm going to regret even bringing this up, but are there any memories that stick out in your mind that you would just like to forget, block out? I mean, year one when we lost, yes.
Okay, Finnegan, this was really dangerous of you.
I know.
Because you told me not to bring it up anymore.
Go ahead.
Can't do it to you.
You
The
can't.
near Charger death
So he knows what it is then.
They're probably going to cut to the video in a moment.
He
to be
knows
honest
probably.
with you.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm not upset that Richard Rawlings hit the wall in a brand new Challenger.
Oh, there was that.
That's quite a nickname after that.
Yes, it was.
I only brushed it. I didn't hit it.
Oh, I don't remember that. What happened?
What are you talking about?
So one of the other things we had going on in the pits today, you saw the drifting. We also had the Raminator monster truck that was down there crushing cars, putting on a great show for a bunch of fans down there. A spectacular look. And for those of you tuned in here, you can check on the big screen for some Raminator action. Throwing the rear steer in that thing, sliding it around, and crushing stuff.
Brian and I asked the question to each other, would you ride in it? Would you do it?
Oh, absolutely.
I was a nah dude. That was a nah dude for me.
Really?
Yeah. That's a nah dude for me.
The cyclone deals that they do when they block the thing in the steering and just lock it into four-wheel drive is fantastic. So the Raminator team here putting on a great show, and these guys traverse the country. The drag racers think they travel a lot, but the monster truck guys, they are somewhere every day beating on those trucks. And it's just another facet of what this event is, how it brings together the whole culture of Dodge and Ram and everything. The re-entrance of Ram, of course, into the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is huge news. That's been a big headline, and the truck's down there. Good-looking rig. Good-looking rig.
That's right. That's right. Something that we asked Newburn and Cotton, they, of course, have purchased some of the former hero cars from the shows, et cetera, as have you guys. What beyond why am I forgetting the name of this thing?
Rotson.
Let me dive in on here 1 second. We have footage of your tug of war, and I want you guys to look at the footage here and walk us through the strategy that got you a victory.
Well, the strategy was they put Dodge drivers in the passenger seat to be nannies upon us to make sure that we weren't blowing tires and therefore quarter panels off these cars. I got mine in 4th gear up to 85 miles an hour of wheel speed. What'd you see, Mike?
My plan was to ignore that person completely. And then I don't know what happened. I heard everyone else stop. I continued, and then all of a sudden, mine stopped. And that was it. I don't know how I lost. That's what I'm saying. Because I feel like I went longer than everybody else.
So we saw the triumph of Freiburger there, the bump of the knuckles after the fact. So yeah, that was a big win. Yeah, you can go out on top as the trifecta tug of war local champion of Pontiac, Michigan.
And of course, that is a replay of what we did almost 13 years ago, 12 years ago on Roadkill. We did the 3-way tug of war, and that's why it came back for the 10th anniversary of Roadkill Nights.
So our Grudge Race cars are actually coming up the return road here. We got a few of them have pulled into the staging lanes right now. Fantastic stuff for the Grudge Race on tap with the Horror Crate engines and a multitude of things. Then we, of course, brought the Top Fuel cars out this afternoon. This Leah Pruitt in the seat of her husband, Tony Stewart's Top Fuel car, the direct connection. Top Fuel drags for American Rebel Beer. Renai on there as well. Fired up. Mike Tamagala says, go get him. And this was going to be a bit of a contest between her and Matt Hagan for distance. Rolls into the throttle, as we talked about 1/8 of an inch of throttle travel, and she laid down a couple of 100-footer out there and coasted her way down to the turnout. Matt Hagan was the next up on the racetrack, and he also delivered the goods in the Nitro Funny car. It's pretty cool. There is actually, last year it was kind of debuted, but there is now these junior funny cars that are out there, and there is a Charger body for those things. We saw them last year. They kind of were chasing Matt around. But yeah, Matt had a much less adventuresome afternoon than he did a year ago on the undulating M1 concourse. He pulled onto a relatively flat street. They lowered the body around him, and he let it rip. So there you have it. There's some of our Grudge cars coming around. We got Jimmer coming up in the Acadia. As we look at some of the highlights from the drag strip that we had today, and KJ, there was, the diversity of stuff we looked at was great, and there were so many cars that were so tightly matched out here, especially in the big and small tire sides. There's the deal, boys.
There's the deal.
Laying it down. There's Jimmer. Yeah, there's her big honkin' nitrous motor in there. Another of our mid-4-second hot rods. One more shot of the deals, just absolutely posterizing somebody out there on Woodward Avenue.
And there's a fan that's digging it.
Yeah, he's digging it because he just put $20 in his pocket.
Exactly. There you go.
I got 20 on the Mustang.
Exactly. I'll take the right lane. Yeah. 20 on the right lane.
So that's a brief look through some of the highlights that we have watched today, and we've really gotten this thing down to brass tacks now as our big and small tire shootout cars have come out of the pit area. If you've not been able to keep up with what's going on, when you see these shootout cars, everything from a big block blower equipped Pontiac Firebird, gorgeous candy apple red Nova, and the S10 Blazer, one of our favorites. The thing's got 3 stages of nitrous on it. Just a blunt force trauma style weapon of a big block in that thing as they are coming down the Return road now. They're going to get themselves queued up in the same area the racers have been in the staging lanes all day long.
That's got to be a cool feeling, too. You've done this all morning, afternoon, and then to know that your name, in a sense, has been picked.
And all you got to do is make 3 more clean shots.
Exactly. 3 more clean shots, and I'm in the money. That's got to be a really, really cool feeling right there.
Yeah, that thing's got that, the noise here in the background is that S10. That's about a 5-inch bullhorn on that thing, turned vertical. At night, I'm sure it throws some Gorilla flames out of them.
Probably so. Candle lit.
So a lot of stuff going on, as we mentioned. The coordination of this thing is wild, as we are anxiously awaiting. I believe that's all of our Grudge cars, if you will, have made it in, the Grudge Race cars. And look, when we talk about the quality of these things, I don't know if you guys, Mike and David, if you've been able to see them at all, what's out here as far as the Grudge Race cars that's going to be happening with the Hurricane engines in them. But the Viper is unbelievable. The Grand National, it's not like it's a Viper with just the motor slammed into the front of it and the whole thing. I mean, it's done. It looks factory.
Very clean.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a turbo 6-cylinder.
Yeah. Yeah, inline turbo 6.
In a V6 turbo car. We're talking about the Grand National.
The Grand National's like the Viper, of course, the Fox body, and they all have a little bit of different character. The Fox body that you can see is set up like an O-Prep car. No nose on it, motor set up kind of high. Whereas some of the other cars are set up to be just real, slick, almost, factory install.
Factory deal.
Yeah.
Like a factory deal. No time to pick favorites, though.
If I can tie in a Dodge thing that was triggered by what you mentioned about NASCAR truck.
Yeah.
We recently lost Walker Evans.
Oh, yeah.
And Walker Evans, to me, is absolute Dodge.
Yes.
I loved his action at Baja back in the early years. In truth, he actually raced Chevys and Fords, but my memory is nothing but Mopar on that thing. And he raced Dodge trucks in NASCAR truck, I believe.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a couple of starts back in the early days. Like the early days of the truck series, if you look back at who were in some of those things, oh yeah, there were some guys that popped into that thing in the early days that were, it was not like it was now where it's more of a training series to bring people up. And we have some sirens coming down Woodward Avenue. The Oakland County Sheriffs are definitely clearing the racetrack for something right now, so I'm going to let them do their work. But yeah, here come the Sheriffs to clear the racetrack for, whatever's about to happen behind them. Today we're proud to honor the Charlie Company 2nd Battalion, 20th Special Forces Group from Mississippi, an elite unit renowned for their exceptional skills and unwavering dedication to our nation's security. Trained for a variety of missions from unconventional warfare to counterterrorism, these brave individuals exemplify resilience and versatility. As we celebrate today, we also recognize the sacrifices made by the members of the 20th Special Forces Group, our military members around the world, and all those that serve the United States.
No doubt, Brian. Let's give our heroes a round of applause.
And we must also thank the Michigan National Guard and everybody involved as well. A fantastic, fantastic sight here. These are the 2026 Dodge six-packs we have been talking about. We're talking about 550 horsepower, twin 54mm Garrett turbos, and coming late 2025, the Charger Scat Pack. It is absolutely fantastic. Horsepower for days, and this thing will burn the tires to the cords at will.
Wow.
Climbing out of there is Kenny Wayne Shepherd, ladies and gentlemen.
Now that's how you make an entrance. Thanks so much for being at the 10th anniversary of Roadkill Nights. It doesn't get any better than muscle cars and street legal drag racing on Woodward. And for the 10th anniversary, we had to go big. Blues, rock guitarist, Kenny Wayne Shepherd for the national anthem. Let's stand up, take off your hats, and have some fun.
Absolutely unbelievable. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, one of the great guitarists of all time, gracing us with the national anthem. Matt McAleer, great introduction for Kenny Wayne Shepherd. What a fantastic way to kick off our racing this afternoon. One more time, folks. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, a masterful rendition of the national anthem. Well done.
That was awesome.
That never gets old.
Let's go racing.
And Kenny Wayne, a Mopar guy.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally a Mopar guy.
Shout out Johnny Hunkins.
Johnny Hunkins, a member of the staff of Hot Rod Magazine, pals of this guy, fellow musician. But man, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, he is one of the guys. You know, you see musicians and stuff kind of come in and out of the car stuff. He's been on the same track the whole time.
Absolutely, and has a lot of cool cars that he actually uses and also brings to Hot Rod Power Tour occasionally.
And so we are going to clear the drag strip one more time, folks, for our members of our armed forces. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being out here tonight and helping us kick off this fantastic show. So it will be our grudge match, our grudge race, if you will, starting first on the racetrack.
Direct connection, Grudge Race.
And I believe we have a chat with Kevin, I'm being told. We have a chat with Kevin? We do.
All right, here with Kevin Hellman, Senior Vice President, Head of Dodge SRT Product, and we're here again at Roadkill Nights. Great to see you as always.
Great to see you. Thank you for having me.
Good to be here. Okay, so we had a really exciting day yesterday with a media launch and some new vehicles. Let's talk about the six-pack.
Well, I mean, everyone, like our fans, we've been waiting for it too. We're excited to finally show it off to the world. So I mean, what a place to do it right here at our Super Bowl here on Woodward with Roadkill. So I mean, it's 550 horsepower on that T6, 0 to 60 in 3.9. It's going to be a blast. I hope everyone's making it out to the thrill rides to feel it. We're just super excited to be here with that car.
So we have some different options now with like a 2-door and a 4-door, like really kind of opening it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of that platform that we have. I mean, it's 2-door, 4-door, T6, BEV. We got the range from 420 horsepower to 670, 0 to 60s up to upwards of 3.3. So I mean, we got the full flexibility, and then again the 2-door, 4-door. If you I got a 4-door myself. I love it. I got 2 little kids. I got to cram in the back. So depends on how you're using it, and yeah. So we got the full flexibility of the platform in that vehicle. So we're super excited.
Dodge is known for horsepower, fast cars. We got V8s, we got Hemis, we got all that stuff, right? And we've got a 6-cylinder car here with this 6-pack. So we're kind of transitioning to something different, but it's actually really awesome because you guys have managed to interject all of what Dodge is known for into these different vehicles.
Well, that's always important for us, no matter what it is. And we did it with the BEV too, and obviously, read the comments, everyone's a little indifferent on it, but I mean, that's what we do. We make sure that it's a muscle car first. We put all that in there, and the key thing on the T6 with the new T6 is it's all-wheel drive standard. We have a rear-wheel drive button, and it's 100% of torque to the rear wheels, and that's super important for us. I mean, we're fans just as much as we are here creating this for our fans, and that's the biggest thing for us is that we have that flexibility to do it. So you keep your line lock, you keep your launch control, but you have all that grip there for all-wheel drive. You see these guys running down here? It's fantastic.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And we're in Michigan here, right? Yes. So we've got winter months and all the inclement weather. We don't want to talk about that yet because it's beautiful right now.
We're talking about 90. It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, we talk about Charger. We talk about Challenger. We cannot forget about Durango. We had some pretty awesome Durangos yesterday too.
Oh yeah, I mean the Durango always gets forgotten, I think, in people's minds, but it's fantastic. It's such a unique vehicle in the market. I mean, we got a striker purple one here for crying out loud. And it wears it well. And so we're just injecting the same personality into that car as we have across the muscle cars for a long time. And so that's why we announced the jailbreak yesterday. That was the big thing for us. It was such a huge hit for us on the outgoing Charger and Challenger. On the Durango, it's the perfect spot next to do it. So, I mean, it's, like you said, over 6 million combinations. Pick your brake color, pick your interior color, pick your badge color, pick your seatbelt color. It's to give that personality because we know that's what the customers want. They've been telling us what they want. And there's no other UV that can wear it like that one does.
Love it. Okay, we've completed our assignment. We've talked about all the professional stuff. Let's talk about Roadkill Nights, okay? Right. This event is just awesome. It's ever evolving. It's gotten better and better. 10 years. Here we are.
Yeah, 10 years. And we're back in downtown Pontiac, which I love the atmosphere down here. I think it's fantastic. And the views are great in terms of this part of Woodward. And yeah, I mean, we continue to go bigger every year. And that's what Dodge does. And that's what we need to be doing is just continue to add and add every year and make it more exciting for our fans and everyone coming out.
All right, fingers crossed, year 11.
Yeah.
All right.
Not to me, but I'm up for it.
Me neither. I love it. All right. Appreciate your time. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You can hear it in his voice. You can hear the amount of pride they've taken in this car, the amount of work that's gone into it, and most importantly, the amount of enthusiasm and passion of actual people that care about cars have gone into making these things. And that's why we have the excitement surrounding the Dodge brand we do right now. It's because guys like Kevin and everybody else that's got their hands on these projects, they are investing themselves into it. They have a vision, and we're certainly starting to see that vision come to fruition with burnouts all the way down the return road. The Kenny Wayne Shepherd playing the national anthem on the hood, that was all pretty spectacular. So as it has gone, we have reset up our racetrack out here. Cones are being reset up. Timing systems being set back out there. And then we have our cars, the Grudge cars first, are kind of paired up back there. You guys have both done this whole deal down the street. KJ and I have never driven in this type of environment. If you're talking to anybody out in the stands, what's the difference between this and a regular drag strip?
I think KJ has driven in this environment.
I haven't driven in this. Well, I have driven in this environment,
right?
But not in this environment.
And maybe not with this level of prep.
Exactly.
Let's just say that. No, I think this track is way better than anything that Mike and I drove on. We didn't race here seriously in 2023 when we were here. No, and so we ran down in front of M1 on Woodward down there, and it was way sketchier than this. The road is more crowned, and it slopes off to the right, and it's got a lot more gackage running through the middle of it, and it was hairy. And we drove some fairly fast cars. He drove Blasphemy down there. That was a handful.
Yeah, it did not want to go straight. And literally, like, when you picked the right lane, I was bummed. Because the left lane, the crack was right where I needed to make a gear change, you know? And so it's not easy. And this is much better. Like, I would be happy to bring Blasphemy here.
Yeah, this is way better.
Well, we talked about it earlier from an excitement level and being quote-unquote jacked up in the race car. Do you find yourself with this stage versus being at, say, Famoso or something like that, or even being at any type of other normal drag race? Does this jack you up more to try to do something over the top or extra, or can you put yourself in the mode of just going down the racetrack?
Well, we were driving our cars that were from the TV show, and we were there to make a show, and I think we both loved our cars. I had my Hemi Super B. He had his Hemi-powered 55 Chevy. And I don't know if there's intensity and excitement that comes from that, but also the whole crowd.
Yeah,
when
right
I go to a test night, there's no crowd.
Yeah.
And they're right up against the fence, and I think the crowd has more of a buzz to it than obviously what you would see on any of the testing tunes that we operate out of.
Well, what we were seeing was, and I noted that I think some of that crowd and some of the people being along the fence actually played a role in people not making the cleanest pass going down this way. You know, they were just so amped because of what they're doing, because of the experience, that they couldn't get the car down clean. Not the car itself, it was them.
Well, even though we've got the surface prepped really well here, I think you still have to be a pretty good racer to come out here and know how to deal with the conditions and adjust the car.
The coolest part about the format, especially today when we had the run groups coming out, it's like you kind of pinpoint your players, and then you know, gotta go out here and just blow the tire off, and then you can see they free up the front end a little bit, maybe make a move in the rear suspension. It's like, oh, yep, and then second one's good, third one's nasty, fourth one they back up the third one. That's like these guys. That's, to me, that's always like the racer sign of a racer, when you see somebody attack something analytically and get better each time they go down the racetrack.
So are you seeing that in the big tire and small tire classes?
Both sides of it.
Are you seeing it in the grudge match?
Haven't seen
listen, the grudge
That's
match.
what I thought.
No, the grudge match is going to be chaos.
Free for all. Let's go.
Which is what it's supposed to be, right? You don't have a lot of fully experienced racers in this thing, so there's going to be that whole element of experience and or lack thereof. And so, yeah, that's a whole different kettle of fish.
So I'm going to say it, Morgan.
Repeater.
I feel like that is a strong bet, but I do think when it comes down to brass tacks, I think the Viper is going to be the car to beat.
Okay.
The Viper by way of car and by way of O'Malley just driving that car. It seems like, you know,
he seemed to be well in command.
Exactly,
yeah.
And he's not presented as a drag racer. He's presented as more of a drifter in that type of environment.
You know, and a former X Games guy, whatever that is, if you're into that type of stuff. Yeah, no, it's a great guy. Very cool follow if you don't follow him on social, and his build of the Viper, very well documented.
Very clean build, too.
Yeah, very nicely done.
But that's not to rule out anybody else that's in this competition. You know, these hooligan guys could come out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, they could.
We don't know what's up.
Traction compound being applied to the street out there. Kurt Johnson of Total Venue Concepts, who is in charge of overseeing the move into the barriers, the setup of this thing and the breakdown of it, also the preparation of the racing surface. One of the best in the world at that job.
Certainly
Just
is.
laid down a nice shot of glue on top of this baby. It's going to set up over the next minute or two, and then it will be time to unleash our Grudge competitors.
Different from last year and previous years, Brian.
Oh,
is
the
that
smell. I'm sorry, dude. The smell of what I believe is PJ. It's very nice.
If they bottled it as cologne, my wife would be so excited. Oh
Actually, I think it was Jason Ruckert. I got to give credit where it's due. I believe Jason Ruckert of VP Racing Fuels stepped up big on the glue this year. So thank you to VP Racing Fuels. Thank you to Pooch
Poochie.
out there on the racetrack. He's been our arm drop master. He's
dude.
throwing me the Dio right now. That's our guy.
That's him.
The Glue Meister in chief. He has a band named Cardboard Dale, named after a cardboard cutout of Dale Earnhardt. We'll be right back.
Working is different than a feeling of a car going fast. We are running the Big Bubba ET drag, and when we got it, we ran our best pass ever, but it's a shoebox 55 Chevy running 6-second times on a Mickey Thompson tire, and that's cool. When I think of Mickey Thompson, I think of legacy.
Always great to see Alex Taylor, as you just saw Alex in that spot for Mickey Thompson tires. And Mickey Thompson, a huge supporter of Roadkill Nights. And if we're talking about Mickey Thompson, we have to talk about a name that's been dominating the racetrack for decades. That is Mickey Thompson Tires and Wheels. And if you're serious about winning, you need a serious drag race tire that has gone through real-world R&D and testing before it gets to your door. The Mickey Thompson Pro Bracket Radial delivers undisputed consistency and quicker elapsed time passes after passes. Well, their ET drag tires deliver reliable performance and traction that the racers do demand. Let's not forget about the truck and SUV product line. Mickey Thompson offers a wide range of truck and SUV tires and wheels. Whether you're upfitting your rig to tackle the toughest trails or simply want to stand out from the crowd, Mickey has the premium tires and wheels that are sure to turn heads wherever you drive. Stop by your local authorized retailer or visit MickeyThompsonTires.com to find the perfect setup for your ride. Because legends aren't born, they're built. It's time to forge your own legacy with Mickey Thompson. And man cannot mention Mickey Thompson in the modern world without mentioning David Freiburger.
David Freiburger.
Well, yeah, but
you got to
too.
mention him, but David
Danny
Freiburger.
Thompson, of course, this week at the Bonneville Salt Flats, the fastest man on four wheels at over 400 miles an hour, earned the Hot Rod Trophy, which is a great honor.
Winner, absolutely. Pro Bracket Radials are on the Project T-Top Coupe, as a matter of fact.
Pro Bracket Radials are on anything fast anyway.
That's it.
I just got some Mickey Thompson Baja Boss meats.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they're mud terrain. They're really good.
Shout out Truck Tire, sure.
Yep.
I'm getting excited.
What's on the back of Blasphemy?
Here we go.
ET Drags,
There
Mickey
you go.
Thompson.
That's it.
I have Pro Bracket radials on the Cadillac that I've never driven. In fact, they've been on there so long, they don't make that size anymore.
You've had
That's pretty great, actually.
you've had the benefit of having the illustrious J-Mo as your consultant on some of the drag and drives. You're a Mickey Thompson guy, watching the back of the car, seeing how it works, giving you ideas on how to make changes and get down the track, huh?
I feel bad for him, actually, because every time I go to an event, the Mickey Thompson trailer is there. I show up. I'm usually late, unprepared, have to have a set of tires mounted. And then when the car leaves the line, he gets information that's probably not accurate from me. And then he tries to help me tune the car, and it doesn't always go well because me.
He's
It's
been a big help
it's
to a
never
lot
a
of
good
people.
sign when you're walking up to a trailer like that and you make brief eye contact and the guy spins on his heels and runs
He's
in the
out of
other
there.
direction.
He's out of there. He can't see me.
So you saw me in the lobby this morning.
I did. I was like, oh, I thought we were riding together. Yeah.
He's good at it.
Unlike KJ, who just doesn't tell anybody that he's already at the racetrack, so we stand around for 10 or 15 minutes waiting for him. But, you know.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's
Yep.
usually
Yeah.
it. That's usually it.
Yep.
Can't be on time, be early, man.
And be so early you just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
The key moment is just don't say a word.
He screens my text, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. So the Grudge cars will be up here momentarily. Racetrack has been sprayed, racetrack's been set up, and as I look over, I think I see drivers getting helmeted up. I believe they're doing is it a random draw for the first round? I believe that it may be.
They usually do the chip draw.
Chip draw, so I think that's concluding.
Matt to Young out here.
Chip draw, and no, versus previous years, no smack talkage whatsoever. I haven't heard any.
Well, we might hear some because Christy Lee had a chance to talk to some of the drivers.
Okay.
Oh, KJ Jones had a chance to talk to some
yeah,
of the
I
drivers.
did. I didn't know.
I can understand how they got you two confused, but it was KJ that talked to the drivers.
Does he remember it? That's the question.
I do. I do remember some of the questions, some of the answers. All right. The woman of action, Demi Bagby.
We're ready.
The woman of action. You do a lot, Demi. I stalked you on social media and your YouTube, and I see that you're a busy lady.
Very
But
busy.
you're here at MotorTrend presents Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge. And what did you bring here? Because this wasn't in your social media. You were quite secretive about what you were bringing here. So tell us about it.
A little secretive for sure. Here at Roadkill, first of all, I'm super excited to be here. It's my first ever time in Detroit, so I don't think it could be cooler than this. We brought our 87 Grand National. We're bringing history back here for the 10th anniversary grudge match, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
And now, is this your vehicle? Because there's sacrilege in this. You have to understand this is an 87 GN. And there are probably a lot of Grand National fans that are going to be very surprised and maybe even a little disappointed when they see the Hellcrate engine underneath the hood here. But tell us about what you did to that engine. Have you guys modified it? Is it just out of the crate and it's ready to go? What did you do?
It's still a 6-cylinder, so don't get too mad. It's not like it's a V8 in there. I know there's a lot of controversy because it actually was a one-owner car. We got the original sales sheet and everything on the car, but the old owner that we bought it from was totally cool with us making it a race car, so that was awesome. We got the Hurricane in there. I'm super excited to see how it performs. We got the twin turbos, and it's going to be a good time.
Well, at Hot Rod, we're all about modifying, so I dig what you've done, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. For the record, it's really cool, the engineering and the thought that went into putting this engine in this car.
It was really hard to fit it in there, not going to lie. We had to cut the hood a little bit. Hopefully we're going to bring it to SEMA, and it'll be a little bit prettier by the time, but it's been great so far.
Now, really quickly, Demi, as a racer, you are an admitted rookie in this thing. What have you done to prepare yourself to go down Woodward Avenue as fast as you can?
I actually do have my NHRA license, so I've got some practice in. I'm super excited. I've never actually drag raced on a street before, only on a track, and I've got some good tests in on the car, so I'm looking really good for it.
Really cool. In my stalking you online, I know that you have the ability to talk some smack. So look in that camera right there and let your competitors know what you're bringing to the table.
It's going down, y'all. First time in Detroit, we're winning this thing, and we got our own little 8-mile story over here.
You heard it, 8-mile story on Woodward Avenue. Let's go.
I'm guaranteeing handsprings. If Debbie wins, there will be handsprings from here to downtown Detroit.
Just backflips all the way down Woodward Avenue, backflips.
Let's continue on as we dive through and meet some of our grudge racers as they're getting themselves paired up over there. This time we talk to Mr. Dobbs.
One of the cool things about MotorTrend presents Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge is the uniqueness of vehicle. We see old school cars, we see new school cars, we see trucks, etc. Garrett Dobbs, what did you bring to the party?
I brought a 2005 Dodge Magnum. I'm pretty heavy into the Challenger platform with my 2018 Hellcat, so I figured what way to pay tribute than a similar platform that's on a similar chassis, but a heavyweight. So.
And heavyweight, let's address that. Heavyweight on purpose, maybe to get more traction. You're carrying a lot more weight, but to just get traction and get down the track a little better?
Absolutely.
Okay, and what is it that you did beyond the stock Hellcrate? Because all of you guys received Hellcrate engines, make 550 horsepower, we all know that. I know you've gone above and beyond. Can you share any of that?
I've got a Magic Man behind the keys over at Accelerated Racing Solutions. I got Brandon, and then big old shot of nitrous from our friends over at Nitrous Outlet.
Big old shot of nitrous. Okay, so now it's starting to open up a little bit. So big old shot of nitrous. You plan on bringing that nitrous in down track. You plan on hitting it from home. What's your strategy to get down Woodward Avenue?
So we're going to have a progressive shot. Off the line, we're going to hit it nice and slow, and as we get on down, we're going to pick it up a little bit and hit it with a full, I'm thinking somewhere between 150 and 200, but we got to see what these guys are doing today. So
there you go. So Gary, you know the rules. Look in that camera and tell your competition what they're in for.
Hey, you already know what you're in for. You guys are going to be checking out the rear end of this fat girl behind me. She's a good-looking car, but you guys are going to get a real good shot of that rear end. So
Garrett and the fat girl, watch the rear end.
We didn't see a ton of that Magnum today. You only made one or two attempts.
So that may be
either strategy or disastery. We don't know.
Might have 1 bottle of nitrous.
That could be it too. You got to be sparing with this stuff. So the Hooligan brothers with their noseless Mustang was the next subject of KJ Jones' interrogation earlier this week.
Just when you thought installing the Hurricane engine in a Grand National was sacrilege, you got this. And this was done by this man and his brothers. They're the Hoonigan brothers. I've got Michael with me. Michael, what's up?
What's up, man? I'm ready to party. So we got a little 91 Fox Body Mustang with obviously the Hurricane motor. Everything stock about it.
Stock. He just said that this is stock.
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
No, nothing done to it. Nothing. Stock.
No nitrous.
No nitrous.
Okay, so with that being said, you're up against a bunch of modified, some ways heavily modified Hurricane engines and drivetrains, etc. What's the strategy to get, and no, you're carrying a lot of weight there, pal. You know what I'm saying? So what's your strategy to get down Woodward Avenue as quickly as possible?
Honestly, we're probably the lightest out of everybody. We're weighing in around 2,400 pounds. So obviously with me in it, it'll add some more weight, and just the whole thought process around it was just simplicity is key, you know? Just show people what this motor can do by itself without no fancy bolt-ons or bigger turbos, and just let her eat, you know?
Let it eat. Let it eat. Let it eat. Obviously, clearly good at it, so we'll see what happens on Woodward Avenue at the end of this grudge match.
Good dude.
Good dude. He's going to let it eat.
That motor's here for a good time, not for a long time, is what they're trying to tell me. Yeah. And so let's keep on keeping on here as drivers are strapping themselves into their cars across the street. They'll be making their way out of here. And, of course, we're going to talk to John O'Malley right now.
All right, so look, who are you? Let's start with who you are. Who are you?
My name is John O'Malley, and I run Boosted Motorsports.
Boosted Motorsports, and where's that located?
We're in Tampa, Florida.
Right on, and what do you do at Boosted Motorsports?
We build a lot of custom stuff, a lot of Hellcat swap stuff, and then right now inline 6 Hurricane swapped Dodge Viper ACR.
All right, so you've added Hurricane swaps to your repertoire. Yeah. What's going on with this Viper that I'm looking at behind me? What year is it, first and foremost?
So it's a 2000 ACR edition. They only made about 26 red with silver stripes, so a bunch of people got mad that we did what we did, but we're here, and this was originally an HO, made 550, but we've turned it up a little bit.
All right, so you turned it up, and how'd you do it?
We added a HPT 7175 turbo on it with twin scroll manifolds, custom built in-house, and we also built the transmission with pure transmission, so it's a stage 2.
It's a stage 2. You got a ballpark 550 plus how much more? Just, you know, spill the beans, spill the tea. I guess it's called tea. Spill the tea.
We're over 7, maybe touching 8s.
And what's your strategy for getting down Woodward Avenue?
We chose the Viper. I already had the car, but it's got 50-50 weight distribution, or pretty close to it. And we actually, our drive shaft is only about 28 inches long, so the whole drivetrain shifted back. It's got a ton of weight on the rear wheels, and it's a light car. It's about 3,000 pounds now.
All right, so there's your chance to give the smoke to your competitors. What do you got for your competitors? Look in that camera right there and tell them what you're bringing.
What do I got? I got a lot of horsepower, I got a little weight in the back, and we got sticky Mickeys on the back, so we're going.
Right on. Good to talk to you, John. Good luck.
So look, so far we've had a one-owner, 50,000-mile Grand National.
Right.
Really clean Viper there. It is, like I said, it's a very interesting field of cars, and just trying to get a Viper to work chassis-wise is often difficult. You guys have seen a lot of guys try to run Vipers at the drag strip, especially like a stock-style suspension setup on them. It doesn't usually work, but
that's
O'Malley
a stick axle.
Yeah, he's gone the extra mile and got the thing set up. Let's continue through the field now.
No introduction is needed. 2024 Direct Connection Grudge Match champion. But who are you?
My name is Morgan Evans.
The Mergen Evans.
Mergen Evans is the nickname.
And what do we have here? This is a defending championship truck right here, but 87 D150 OG Dodge. What's going on with it?
Yep, so it's 87 D150 like you said. This year we were set free with the rules, so we got to modify the Hurricane that's in it and did a big single turbo setup, and it's quite a bit different from last year.
So in what ways is it different? Are you feeling more torque? Is it like bigger on the top end? What's the difference?
It's making a lot more power. It looks a whole lot cooler, and it's going to be interesting to get down the road.
Outside of the mechanical changes that you made, did you do anything to the body? Actually, I'm looking at that tailgate there. That seems like something that Morgan's Metals put together.
Yes, we did. We actually added more cage to the truck. We tubbed the back of it so we could fit more wheel and tire. Bed lined it, did all that, cleaned it up, and the plate back there is actually a dual-purpose spoiler that happens to weigh 100 pounds.
Okay, so you have weight there and you have some aero there as well. So that's pretty good strategy. On top of that, what do you plan to do to get down Woodward Avenue?
Send it.
Send it. I don't think you can top that. Morgan Evans, good luck to you, Morgan.
Thank you so much.
Trying to go back to back, and that was a truck they finished very close to the event last year. They've had a year to tinker on it and play with it and go race it. So expecting big things out of the truck. We'll find out how deep she can go in eliminations. But let's take a minute and go through our qualifiers here for big and small tire. Let's start with our small tire quick 8 that made the show.
As we figured, Brian, small tire, and I guess you could say leading the charge is Nicholas Deal,
Yes.
the Deal brothers. We saw that little Mustang make its way down 3-4 times, and with consistency and in the 460 range, correct? So that's one of our first player, basically. And then in small tire, we also have Travis Martin.
That real clean 4th Gen Camaro.
4th Gen Camaro, 01 Camaro, 427 powered. Dave McKenna. Dave McKenna is in a Mustang, a 1988 Mustang, and he's got 363 cubic inches, so Ford powered. It's probably a Ford powered car. Dave made it into the small tire field. Jeff Kalo. Jeff Kalo is also in the small tire field with a Chevy Camaro. I'm not sure of what year that car is. Bob Morrison is our other small tire player. He's got a 302 Ford in his car. Austin Sanchez has also made it into the small tire field. Austin's in a 92 Chevy Camaro.
That's the little black Camaro, the little 3. It's got a little 5.3 in it. It was eating people up alive last year.
Jeremy Williams in the 01 Pontiac. He's
real nice car as well.
Trans Am, 388 cubic inch. And Carl Stansel, we saw Carl go down in his S10 Blazer.
Yes, and we are going racing grudge style here, KJ. They've snuck up on us. We look at our qualified list one more time there on the screen. Deal, Callow, Martin, McKenna, Morrison, Sanchez, Stansel, and Williams will be the 8 machines in small tire, as we have at least one half of our first grudge pair rolling around the corner.
We might not have a half because we have 5 cars, so maybe they figured out
Could be a buy. The Hooligan Brothers car, first in line. And let's take a look at our big tire racers. Mike Mislovic, that is the red 82 Pontiac that I am in love with and have been since the day I saw it. Big giant B&M blower on it, big huge tire, thing is great.
Brian's favorite car.
Antonio D'Angelo, a nice Irish kid from somewhere around Detroit. He is in an 18 Trackhawk, and that thing has been killing it, all-wheel drive, big power. John Moore, the 2011 Ford Mustang, kind of a sleeper pick here. Jimmer Klein, of course, a multi-time winner here on the streets of Pontiac, Michigan, and likely on the streets of Greater Detroit when we're not around, is in that 66 Acadia out of Canada. He's a local guy, but the car is from Canada. Nate Slocum, the 91 Chevy S10 Blazer. That is the box Blazer with a big block and 3 stages on it with the solenoids from 5 different nitrous companies. Mark McGill, the 1978 Chevrolet. We've seen this car. Love that car. Very clean, good finishing, and good running car. It's that gunmetal gray, almost old pro stock looking 2nd Gen Camaro. Demetrios Macinas is coming up. That is the 09 Nissan GTR. And again, the reason you see the 18 Jeep and the 09 GTR, if you're an all-wheel drive car, you automatically go into big tire. And then Eric Mills as part of the program in the 1969 Chevrolet. So those are your big tire qualifiers. A very diversified field between big knuckle drag and nitrous motors and the high-tech stuff like an 09 Nissan GTR and an 18 model year Trailhawk. It's going to be, or Trackhawk, I should say. It should be pretty fun. Matt DeYoung is flapping his arms in the air, either to attempt to take flight or to direct cars to the starting line.
And you have Garrett, one of our grudge competitors, appearing to be paired up with a
we haven't seen Garrett's car all day.
He's made one hit.
Did he make one hit?
He's made one hit. This is Garrett here in the wagon. He's made one.
Oh, Garrett, I'm sorry. Gary made one, yeah. But we've not seen that. We've not seen that Challenger.
We've not seen the Challenger.
That's
and
Lucky
that's actually boosted Lucky. That's Deshaun Lucky. Deshaun Lucky has not made one hit. I don't know how to play this because Deshaun Lucky clearly wasn't there when we did our driver profiles the other day. He was supposedly on the road en route, and they were going to catch up with him a little bit later on Friday to do his interviews. Now,
this thing's got carbon doors and stuff on it, guys. You see that?
Yeah, but it's not a formula for success when you show up and this is your very first hit and it's competition.
Well, it'll be interesting to talk to him. Let's see what happens here with the arm drop.
As the Challenger pushes through the beams and he's out of it, it's going to go to the Magnum.
Yeah, no sweat here for Dobbs. He's going to run slap away from him down there at the top end of the racetrack. I think they both left before. Hot and a little greasy up there is pushing cars, pushing themselves through the staging beams.
Yeah, you see the front end just locked up as they've got the, you know, what am I trying to say?
Line lock on, yeah.
Before they leave. And here comes the Grand National and the Fox Mustang. Two different ends of of charisma.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, one beauty is only skin deep, and the other is ugly goes all the way to the bone. So you get to pick. You get to pick which one you like. Mike, who do you like here?
Oh, I love the idea of shoving the wrong motor in the right car, so I'm going with the Grand National.
And so burnouts commence. Of course, Demi in the Grand National.
Well, as my Uncle Joe used to say, it don't got to be pretty. Doesn't have to. It don't got to be pretty.
All it has to do is get to the finish line.
As long as it runs hard. So we'll see how this plays out. You have Fox Mustang, Buick Grand National, two vehicles and cultures that waged war on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the middle 1980s.
Oh, yeah, the war to settle the score.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, remember that?
Grand National
versus
indeed. Fox Mustang,
Team Mustang, Team Grand National, that's what it was.
And there is an odd twist, obviously, to this thing where you have obviously the body styles, but then you have these, and they were powered by a pair of inline-6 Chrysler engines. If you told guys back then that this would be happening all these years later.
No way. Yeah. Staging duel?
No, Pooch has got his arms out.
Okay.
Pooch might be blessing them right now.
Well, they both went past the beams and had to back up, so that was interesting.
Waiting for probably getting our starting line reset, and then Pooch will bring him in.
To a reset.
Nice looking set of weld wheels on the Grand National for Demi.
I'm excited about this one. This is Mustang Grand National, dude. This was like, look.
Here goes Pooch, waving him in.
Don't gotta be pretty. They're both away.
Oh man.
It don't gotta be pretty.
Streeter.
Look at that.
That is just a full-on donkey stomp job out there by the Hooligan brothers, taking care of business.
Engine.
564, nice solid run. 673 for Demi in the losing effort of the Grand National.
Now we should clarify that it chases a race here. So if somebody so-called red lights by leaving before Pooch does the arm drop and the other racer actually goes down track chasing him, that counts as a round.
I would bet a Nobel Prize on the fact that these 6 people have no idea what any of that means.
What is a who? A who is a where?
Come on, it's a lame TV rule anyway. Nobody likes that.
This is actually the way it shook out is brilliant because this was my predicted final round.
This is the final round right here. One goes home.
And I'm guessing Low ET is going to get the bye of round 2.
Probably.
Chases a race is how Alex won.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Against Eric Malone.
Yeah.
Against Eric Malone. Yeah,
but again, those are 2 drag racers.
Correct.
People that, engage in the art. All right, so O'Malley's going to back up the Viper. Pickup truck is good.
Morgan's back. Big single on that car.
Yeah.
They took the twins off. Big single turbo on it now. 10.5 tire.
They both sound spicy.
They do. They sound good.
And she did a drag and drive with this truck.
Yes. Did very well. She's done drag and drives, and she's just gone to the track with it, so she's been racing with it as well.
I ran into her at either Rockingham or Bowling Green. I forget which, but it was a drag and drive, and she did finish.
So this is you can see him telling him to leave. He's leaving in second gear, which is a very common practice out here. The wheels on that thing are really neat. Really nice
cool.
thin spoke wheels on that.
Look like spindle mounts.
Yeah.
They look almost like spindle mounts. Morgan stage. Morgan wins. Morgan wins.
Oh my God.
Morgan wins.
Oh man, 528.1 beats a 583. The truck just absolutely annihilates the Viper.
John O'Malley got a lesson in deep staging. First class lesson in deep staging. Morgan was about a foot in front of that car, and she left first as well. Game over.
I love that a farm truck beat a Viper.
Watch this. Bing.
Yeah. That was a free class on how to leave the starting line.
Yeah.
And it won, what, 580?
580.
And the Mustang went 560, if I remember correctly.
Well, let's see how it breaks down. Got 2 more rounds to go, but I get what you're saying.
There will be a bye to the final.
Wow. You bring all the heat, but anything can happen in a drag race. We know that,
That's
guys. We know that.
That's it. It's a lot different when you're making your test shots in the afternoon. Now we're going big tire racing. The adults have arrived.
Yeah, the kids had their fun.
You will appreciate this Blazer, Finnegan. This thing is good. Look at this thing. The motor's all out of it. I mean, it's cool.
I like the mailbox for a scoop. That thing's awesome.
I counted solenoids from NOS, Steve Johnson's nitrous, the nitrous or induction solutions. What else was on there?
Well, this is Detroit. Those places where you can sweep them out of the gutter.
Right. Yeah, there's a Zex one on there, I think,
Nitrous
somewhere.
Express,
Yeah.
NOS, Superman Steve, Nitrous Induction,
Yeah.
Nitrous Solution, and I think that was it.
Yeah,
Just 3
nicely
stages.
put together truck, giant bullhorns on it, but we talk about McGill's car here that's closest to us now. If you're watching on the screen, that car has been just deadly consistent. Couple of 4-second hitters here.
Short wheelbase.
There you go. 473 beats a 479, and Nate Slocum in the S10 had the jump.
Nate Slocum. I love that name. Nate Slocum. Just call me Nate.
Nate's call me Nate.
Nate, just call me Nate.
Not slow at all.
Not even a little.
0%.
So the Trackhawk and the Nova will be up next. This Nova's a beautiful car with that candy apple red paint. Reminds me of Craig Grosvenor's car that's a drag and drive machine.
Yes, I thought that's who it was.
I did at first too, then I saw the Plexi Scoop and thought, ha.
How I knew it wasn't him is I couldn't hear him from 3 blocks away.
Oh man, that thing is brutally loud.
You know, the all-wheel drive vehicles have to go into the big tire class. Nonetheless, I think it's a real advantage out here if you've got the horsepower to pull the thing.
Yeah, and that's the big problem we've seen or we've watched all day is just sheer mass. I mean, we've watched Antonio D'Angelo's Jeep run, and he could be sandbagging if he's smart. He was. He's sandbagged enough to get in the show, but that thing's been running low 5.
Good race.
Pretty good drag race, and he is going to walk away from the Nova. Yeah, he just uncorked one. 479.9. That's been hiding in the trunk all day.
And we talked about that earlier today. They're not showing everything in these qualifying laps. Another all-wheel drive against Jimmer.
Yes.
This can go either way, really. You don't know what the GTR was holding earlier throughout the day.
You made the point about the weight of the all-wheel drive cars by the nature of that they're late models that are complete vehicles.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to take less of a penalty, I think, than the Jeep, but nonetheless, point well taken. That probably weighs 800 pounds more.
Easy.
It leaves hard, though.
Exactly.
He clipped off his best run in his final qualifying session, so that's what put him in the show. His issue, though, and you got Jimmer, this thing's 446 and 447 back-to-back earlier today.
What a great pairing, though.
It is.
I love it. This is the way it is.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why we're sitting here quiet. We can't even say anything because it's a cool race.
You have a legitimate, at the time anyway, a pretty bleeding-edge car versus just as a rusty axe on the other side. Yeah.
Matt, so
it's a drive-by.
GTR jumped, right?
Yeah, the GTR jumped.
But the Acadian chased them.
Chase was a race.
He drove around him like he was tied to a tree stump. So,
so you know what? That's insulting in the world of street racing.
Yeah. He did the job, though. He knew.
Yeah. He was shown very little respect when the guy goes, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'll handle this myself. Yeah.
Slap that starts with a B.
So Dimitrios Macernis is eliminated, and Jimmer Klein moves on to the semifinal round.
That's some confidence in your ride when you let the other guy go.
Dude, get out there.
Knowing you're driving around him.
Take off, dude.
Yeah.
Take off.
Go ahead, I'll see you.
Mike Mislovic is in the Pontiac, and John Moore is in this world-conquering Crown Victoria.
In the show.
The Crown Vic makes me feel silly about having a Hemi-powered 55 Chevy because it's almost as fast on mud tires at a quarter-mile drag strip.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. It is a ridiculously fast car.
Really fast.
And this guy has a B&M Mega Blower on
Yes,
this?
he does.
Yes.
That's like a paddle wheel.
It is.
Does it have nitrous,
check it
though?
out, dude.
No.
That fixes everything.
It's crazy.
You know what? It does.
Yeah, if he's got nitrous to that B&M, that works.
He does have nitrous plumbed into it anyway.
Probably on a progressive.
Mislovic has not broken into the fours that I remember. Oh, he's not pulled the front end yet either.
He's there now.
And Mislovic is going to outrun Moore handily. He goes 496.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So those B&M blowers, there's only 2 lobes on each
those?
rotor.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're good at making hot air.
Makes you think of PAW.
Yeah. Performance Automotive Warehouse.
Makes you think of PAW.
Can we have a moment's silence for PAW? I missed the catalog.
That catalog was awesome.
It sure was.
You could stop a convenience store robbery with that thing. It was very thick. Yeah. And the parts were like why did they go out of business? I don't know, because you could rebuild a small block Chevy for $11.
Yeah, about
like,
$10.
Yeah. It's like that was the first engine I ever built with my dad, was a PAW 383 kit.
Yikes.
Yeah. And it split the crankshaft in half halfway through the first season of the bracket racing.
Did you spring for the seasoned block?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Block,
Yeah, absolutely. What are you, crazy? We were broke, but we weren't poor. Yeah. I love this and I hate this at the same time.
One of them's got to go.
These are 2 of the best cars in the entire show. Callo rather, and Sanchez.
One of them's got to go. This does suck, really.
There's a guy named Mike Bergeron that seems to be laying his hands on Jeff Callo's car, and that is a good guy to have in your corner. Sanchez brings it in. Sanchez had the jump. This is a great race. Callo's going to buy a car length, and now he's going to buy 2. 466 beats a 484, and Jeff Callo knocks out Austin Sanchez in the first round. That was a miserable draw for Sanchez.
Night, Callo.
And a decent race, too, at that. But, yeah, you can see Bergeron walking back wearing his Volvo wagon T-shirt. And when Mike is touching on your car, especially in an environment like this, you're in good shape.
I tuned it up special.
I would have taken that T-shirt and crumpled it up, right? Isn't that the right way to wear that? You don't want to iron that thing.
Oh, yeah. No, it was, that was a hairy. I think the thing went over like 13 or 14 times when he crashed it.
Yeah.
Has he built another car?
He's in the process.
In the works.
There's a doomsday weapon being constructed.
Here's another one, Brian. Another matchup that you'd rather see later than sooner.
Martin is probably my pick to win this whole thing, outside of Callo. But Martin, to me, has, and it's really just a nice, I love the fact that it's a nice, clean car. Williams' car is, he's not missed a lick, but at the same time, he's not nearly been as quick as Martin.
Picture of consistency in the Martin's car. Picture of consistency. Made the right adjustments. You saw the car progressively get quicker.
Yeah.
You saw just in how it was moving and working, the changes that he was making. So, you know, as it plays, he should be there.
Huge starting line advantage.
Wow.
Travis Martin lays one down, a 4:49.7.
How about that?
That is the quickest run of the second quickest run of the day. 4:49.7, beating a 483 like a drum.
My guy was making a sandwich up there.
He sure was.
Yeah, and it was a good one too, with like multiple layers of meats.
It was a Dagwood.
It was
Dagwood. It put him to sleep. It literally put him to sleep. He ate really well.
Yeah, it was tryptophan. It was turkey. And here come the deal boys.
What's the deal? Pair of Mustangs.
One with that raspy tone of what we believe to be a 2JZ motor.
Right, but if you look through the documents, they're all showing Ford engines.
So does that have some wacky set of headers on it that makes it sound weird?
Maybe it's a Barra.
That would be
A
cool.
Barra,
it could be a Barra
engine, correct. Possibly a Barra. We've called it a 2JZ all day, but listening
it's a
to
302-inch motor, but those Barras were only 3.5 liters, right? So that's, so maybe it has 180-degree headers on it. Just sounds odd.
Or in drag week, wasn't there a car with a flat plane engine? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, it could be a flat plane motor.
Yes. Oh, good race. Good race. Nick Deal.
Yeah, 4:45.7, low ET of the race so far.
Nick Deal.
Morrison goes 4:67.5. Remember when you were a kid and you go, like, you play sports with your dad, and it's like he lets you get a layup in it, and then he just swats you like the Kembe Mutombo? That's what just happened there. It's like you go, okay.
You know what? I think it was the most even off the line of anything that we've seen in any
It was.
So far,
it absolutely was.
So far it was.
And again, Mike, we talk about confidence and what we saw earlier with like Jimmer Klein letting the guy kind of roll on him. You know, those guys clearly set that thing up to just walk off the starting line and then get the job done in the back half. That was Dave McKenna, this is a weapon, was in the 460s like right off the trailer. And this little S10 Blazer is also very fast. McKenna's got the definite no-prep style car over there with the weight bar hanging off the trailer hitch, the vertical wing.
And Carl Stansel in the right.
Yes.
In the Blazer.
Streeter Brown.
This thing, I'll tell you about the intake manifold on this thing in a second. You guys need to go look at it.
Transfer.
See ya.
Pulling away.
And McKenna kicks it into high gear, goes 464.5 as Stansel goes 509.6. If you guys get a chance to go see that car, he took the charge pipe out of the intercooler and ran it into the bottom of a Holley high ram between the intake runners. Sealed the top of it, the back of it, with a like a burst panel. And so he's feeding the boost from the bottom of the intake up to the roof.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I was admiring its craftiness.
I'll tell you this. Cylinder to cylinder distribution is not what you think it is in most aftermarket intake manifolds, and it can be affected by where you introduce the boost. Remember the old Ford 5-liter deal where you could feed the thing in from the side and other applications had them in the front? It can affect distribution even with the EFI, even with the injectors on the ports.
That was a trick flow intake that had the side inlet.
I'd never seen, of all the applications I've seen Holley high rams on, to see one with the charge pipe going between the runners and then this manifold built underneath it to send the air up.
Oh, it's weird.
It's a new one on me.
I'm only guessing why he might be doing it.
I mean, the thing runs like it's you know,
clearly
on fire. I mean, it's very fast, so it clearly works.
Creating the right turbulence, Mike.
Do you think we're only like 1 year away of this event seeing its first compressed air supercharged car?
Whoa. Whoa.
I'd be down.
There's a lot in that, man. You know, I've done some research on it and talked about it in the past, I guess, 3 months. We've been kind of looking at it in Hot Rod. A couple of stories on hotrod.com. It's a very interesting concept in power adding.
It's
really
compressed air supercharging is like Elvis sightings. Like every 10 to 15 years, it's this revelation of horsepower making, and it comes and it happens. And look, the Pierces use it. You know, Tina Pierce and David use it with great success. A lot of racers, I shouldn't say a lot. There are a handful of racers that are using it, and it works for them. There's nothing wrong with it, but it is a very expensive thing to bolt on a race car.
That's the thing. The cost is still a pretty high price point for that.
I know that Brian will know the answer by the reverence in my voice.
Mickey Thompson.
That's
72.
right. Did the first story in Hot Rod Magazine about compressed air supercharging in 1971.
Of 71. And Art Malone built a car Art Malone built a dragster that had a sideways mounted engine and it had a drive shaft that ran basically like through the motor to power the rear end, and it had a tank, an air tank that was the size of the entire front of about a 250-inch wheelbase dragster. That the whole thing was a tank of compressed air. It was bizarre. It didn't work.
How much do you love that ramming into a guardrail?
Oh, no.
I mean, the good news for Art Malone is it never went fast enough to even dent the K-ring. So they would have bounced off and happily. But no, it's a freaky thing. Look, it's good technology. It works.
That's my hesitance.
It does work. It's been pretty interesting to see it work and learn more about it, but it does have a very heavy price point right now, and it still is packaged pretty big.
If you're if you're like a bracket racer or a sportsman racer, I think it's better because you don't have to worry about the blower heat soaking and all this other stuff. If you're getting hot lap for rounds, but how quick can you charge the thing up? That's what I don't know.
Fast. Like
look at
20 minutes.
Okay.
Look at the Phantom Dually on here.
Yes,
it's got the wide fenders on it.
4 Goodyear slicks.
Heavy D from the Diesel Brothers.
It is. And that was the first time we've seen it actually turn the tires in anger out here. It's made a couple of runs. Goes 753.4.
And he's right up against the wall. It's kind of interesting.
The compressed air supercharging thing interests me because of the really cold air inlet temps.
Very cold.
But it's not like a nitrous bottle where maybe you start out at 1,500 psi and purge it down to 950. These things are at 3,000 psi, and you have 3 of them in your vehicle.
Yeah, hence the terror.
Right.
Yeah, there is that part.
We've seen what happens when a car hits the wall and the nitrous bottle comes loose.
Yeah.
What happens when a Scud missile comes loose in your car?
Yeah, and you can't argue with the fact that it works. I mean, I don't have anything personally against it. It's a unique solve to a problem that seems to have other solutions.
Well, Finnegan and I did it a little bit with the boost caboose.
Yes.
because we had the lever inside where you could release the boost or shut off the boost.
Well, remember when we just opened a nitrous bottle over the vet cart?
Oh, that always
and
worked.
just hosed it.
Yeah.
With no added fuel, and it worked.
And it worked with the Wambulance, too.
It did.
The diesel 7.3 non-turbo deal.
We picked up 5 seconds.
That one we just put the hose right down the intake and opened the bottle.
Yeah.
All right. So what was for each of you, the bottom rung, most disliked, hated car that you touched in the course of 13 years of making this show?
Personally, yeah.
Personally. Now, you can't give the same
by
answer.
each other
No,
or by the audience?
No, personally.
Probably He Hate Me.
He Hate Me was awful.
It was a Econoline truck that overheated like every 7 feet.
Flat face.
No, but it was even worse once it became the Econorado. Once we chopped it and shortened it and put the Cadillac 500 in the bed, that was the worst thing we ever built.
It was, but it did endo.
It did do stoppies.
Yeah, the stoppies were nice. Everything else about it was horrible.
It was horrible. That was the worst driving vehicle, and that's saying something.
Oh, no, yeah.
It was really well fabricated, though. That's the sad point for me is we put a lot of work into it. I was proud of the framework we did.
And it was just bad.
It was just a death trap on wheels.
Okay, so he gets He Hate Me so that you can't have the same answer.
Well, I know which one Mike, I think, hates more than anything is the ugly truckling.
Oh, God, that thing sucked. Oh, my God. I walked into the shop. I don't know why I was late to that deal. But I walked in there, and you and Lucky were working on it. And the first thing I said was, why did you build the roll cage backwards? Because that thing was like a cab forward weirdness, and it looked like it needed to be turned around.
Yeah, we drove from the front. All the roll cage was in the front. I was sunk down right behind the front cross member.
Somehow you invented a skeletal Cybertruck before the world ever saw an actual Cybertruck.
And it was awful.
Nobody needed it.
It had the giant slicks on it, right? Like the giant slicks on it.
But the good news is it was really slow and heavy, and I broke the 14 bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember the slowness of it.
Yeah, it was ugly, but at least it was slow.
Yeah.
And of course, Stubby Bob, iconic, literally iconic Stubby Bob. And David, you have the truck now.
I do.
What is the future of Stubby
Finnegan
Bob?
has the compressed spine.
The first thing I'm going to do is pull the 454 and the blower. You know, it's a blown 454 out of the back of it, and it's locked up right now, and we don't know why. So I got to tear that apart and figure it out. It has a brand new Gearstar 4L85 in it. That's the only good thing about the whole vehicle is the transmission. The whole rest of it needs to be replaced.
So in a comeback, whenever you get around to it, is built to drive it now or built to try to do wheelies again?
Sustainable wheelies is the thing that we've always discussed.
Okay. All right. Well, look, let's get this Hyundai up now.
No, it's going to be good.
Let's get this Hyundai up right now.
We've already proved we could do this.
You did it once.
We did it twice.
You call me a naysayer. I got to keep tradition.
This is all just a clever ploy to get his rate at any street races up because they'll book him in as a wheel stander performer between rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're fine with the track being shut down immediately afterwards. Yeah.
Hey, listen. That's true too. There is an inherent risk here.
Yeah, I will get to know Dr. Surface very well.
So we are just turning around our semifinalists here. That's why we have a bit of a delay, but we got cars coming back in, our Grudge cars coming back into the drive-through staging lanes.
And Mike, in your acquisition of former hero cars from the shows, you've done some horse trading and bartering with Derek Bieri, haven't you?
Yeah. Inadvertently so. Like I had been horse trading other cars when I went to visit Derek, and when I was there, I said, hey, I have this 53 Chevy truck. Do you want it? I showed him one photo, and he's like, yeah. And so we toured his property, and he showed me all kinds of cars I didn't want, had zero interest in. And then he opens the door to this trailer, and inside is a car Freiburger and he built, this awesome 40 Ford.
Scabbed,
40 Chevy.
Rescued. We didn't build it.
Oh, well,
we got it running again.
Honestly, I didn't know the extent of the work you did. I just know that it had the coolest wiring I'd ever seen on anything.
Yeah, not responsible.
I was going to say, David didn't do it.
This thing had so much house wiring in it and so many circuit breakers on the firewall. It was absurd.
It was neatly organized and scary. Yeah. So we traded cars.
Straight across straight?
Yeah. I drove his 40 Chevy home, and then he flew out and jumped in the 53 Chevy truck I had and drove that home in the middle of a rainstorm. And Hasn't talked to me since, so I know he feels good
So
about
you know
the
it
trade.
went well. So you know it went well. It's always a sign of success.
Yeah,
His
I'm
comment to
good.
me was, I really don't know why I did that.
Oh, I know why. He's got like 350 cars he's never sold. Like, the dude doesn't sell stuff, so the fact that he even traded one, I think he was just
miraculous.
Bored. Yeah, he was bored. You know?
And David, you just recently announced 1,000? Not 1,000. You're not 1,000. How many were? What was your number on cars?
Oh, total lifetime
No,
cars?
no. That you currently have, you know, in the liquidation, the current liquidation. I'm sorry, it wasn't 1,000.
No, it's more than 50, less than 55. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Right, what he was saying was total value of $1,000.
Right.
Collective.
That is accurate.
At the swap meet.
As far as his wife knows.
Yeah.
At Long Beach, you might get $50.
My wife walked into my garage recently, and it was like the end of the day. I was just sitting there having a beer, and I don't even know how the subject came up, but I didn't believe she knew what I had.
Oh,
right?
dude. Scariest thing in the world.
She busted out the Sharpie and just on the whiteboard in the garage, like nailed it all the way down to a hovercraft that I didn't think she'd ever seen, you know?
Oh,
and that was what I knew. I'm like, you're smarter than me. I can never lie to you.
Blame it on the internet.
Love you, baby.
Jig is up.
No, she doesn't watch what I do.
Yeah, she doesn't watch
She's
any
never
of it.
seen Roadkill, bro.
No, but she can go on Marketplace. She can go on Amazon. She can go on all these outlets to get parts.
She does have my search history. Yeah.
Exactly, and say, okay, so that's how much it was. You know what I mean?
That Firebird's cool.
It
Oh,
is.
it's way
No,
cool.
I love that
It's
car.
way
He's here
cool,
every
dude.
year, and
Yeah.
it's a nationally a favorite car of mine. I would put
100%.
that on a top 10 list around the country of the junk I get to look at.
Speaks very highly of it
Yeah.
all the time.
It's just cool. It's not over the top. I mean, it's over the top in all the right ways, I guess.
Right now, you see some people enjoying the Dodge hospitality
There they
area.
are,
There
yeah.
they are.
Hey.
Shout out Dodge VIP area. You're on candid camera, drinking a Modelo that I wish I had right now. But anyway,
Envious,
Take one.
envious scene.
Is that Angie Smith up there? What's going on?
the upper deck. We saw David Kennedy was up on the upper deck of VIP there, holding court with Tim Kaniskis and several other people who would listen to him. So don't know what was talked about, but Dave was up there, and it's good to have him here on the 10th anniversary of Roadkill Nights. David, what
We
position?
got a Corvette fan here. We got all kinds of people hanging out. Yes.
What position was David in when Roadkill Nights came about? Was he on Hot Rod as a staffer, or?
I don't remember the time frame on that.
I think we should get a kiss cam going. I mean,
Oh,
we
boy.
want to go
Nothing
viral.
but good can come
Let's
from that.
swing the camera around and let's get
Oh,
a kiss
boy.
cam going.
Can we get some Coldplay soundtrack happening?
We can make our own soundtrack, but if we really want to blow this thing up, we know what to do.
We can leave you and KJ alone again.
You know what to do. No, trust me. There
Turn the camera
are
off.
rules against that. All right, all eyes on you, pal. Find somebody. Go, quick.
Hey,
Go.
there he is. He knows what's happening.
you can do it.
My man.
Turn to your right.
Got his Lions hat on backwards, doing his thing.
We love meeting the
NFL
kids out
season's
here.
upon us, man.
Yes,
Preseason
indeed.
games going on.
If it's not racing, it's football. Blissful.
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 There's a cool old direct connection trucker hat there,
Yes.
right in the middle of your frame.
Great crowd here. Wonderful crowd. Look again, we're packed along the fence.
Gotta love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, Direct Connection was a great name that, of course, the Dodge brought back a couple of years ago. The effective parts line that was sold direct to racers. That was the thing, your direct connection to the manufacturer. And all the different things they did over the years. They had the stock cars that were the kit style cars you could build and put together in the late 70s and go stock car racing. All the drag racing parts they offered over the years. And guys like Herb McCandless were a big part of that program. You know, Herb was a massive dealer for that type of stuff and ended up buying loads of inventory back in the 80s when the Direct Connection program kind of went into private hands. But always cool to talk to Herb. We'll see him at the U.S. Nationals. The Hemi Shootout is back. Sox and Martin Hemi Shootout, 8-second, low 8-second, 68 Hemi Cudas and darts, jamming around for 25 grand and a big giant cylinder head trophy.
Yep, my introduction to Direct Connection, and not a Mopar guy, but one of my best friends was a Mopar guy, had a 440 Charger, and the Direct Connection catalog was about as robust as the PAW catalog, actually. It was really, really a big book, and he ordered for that 440 a purple cam.
Oh, got the purple cam.
He got the purple
Yeah.
cam for it, and I'm like, well, what's going on here? Purple cam. It came out of the box, purple and everything, and it sounded so good. It sounded really, really good. That was before actually knowing what a camshaft really did, and it was, you know, listening. It was more of an audible thing than, you know, what's it actually doing to the engine and making the car do.
Yeah, you just know the choppier
It's
it
a
sounds, the
badass.
better.
Exactly. More fanage there.
So
What's
it
up,
will
guys?
be a buy run for the Hooligan boys
Okay.
in the second round.
Anything can happen in the drag race.
Morgan and Dobbs
It
will
don't
be
gotta
battling
be pretty.
them.
could this be the Hooligan Boys' day in the sun? It's all about having your day in the sun when this is all over, and that would really be something to see them square off against whoever else in the final round.
And Direct Connection was the latest, one of the evolutions of a series of different offerings that Chrysler had over the years, the rapid transit system and the tough parts catalog and that type of stuff. You know, they've always done well to have an ability for a customer to buy those good, like high quality factory parts.
There were several of those RTS cars were auctioned at Mecum last year, and that was actually my first awareness and really getting in depth of what those cars were about, and the whole program going from dealership to dealership and all that.
There was one guy at one. There was a single guy at one point that owned them all. It's like Steve something or other had a collection that had, like, at one point back in the 80s or something like that, he owned like every one of the rapid transit system cars.
Wonderful crowd here at MotorTrend presents Roadkill Nights, powered by Dodge. Everybody keep your energy up. We're getting closer to our final rounds. We got semifinals coming up in our grudge match, and then we'll have it in small tire, big tire. Well, it won't be semis just yet in the other classes, because there were quite a few cars in small. Well, there were 8.
8 and 8, yeah, so we're down to the semis. So, Dave, we brought up they were doing some microphone mechanicing for you there. We mentioned, or KJ mentioned, the purple cam. Talk a little bit about that, because obviously every Mopar guy in the world talks about the purple cam.
Well, there is no one purple cam.
Okay.
The purple shaft was sort of the line of direct connection cam shafts. The most popular one is the one that everyone calls the 509. The 509 292 on a 108. That's the right cam. That's what you would get put in your 440.
So was that like
with your CH4B intake manifold on it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was that a stock engine cam?
Or
no
your
piston to valve
TM7.
issues?
Oh, the TM7.
No piston to valve issues or anything like that? Just throwing a stock?
Pretty much you could throw it in there. You need to put valve springs on it. That was old school. Cam still makes sort of a reproduction of that with a little bit more modern profile.
The TM7 Tarantula intake manifold.
TM is Tarantula manifold.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. The Edelbrock.
You see that at Long Beach spot. Somebody's got it.
Speaking of that, we've mentioned this before, but the Edelbrock, the last vestiges of Vic Edelbrock's car collection will be auctioned off soon. Some pretty significant cars in that group. Smokey Unix Trans Am style Camaro, 57 Chevy, the Boyd Coddington build, right? Is that a Boyd car, that red 57 he has?
Oh, that's a good question. That might have been California Street Rods.
Okay. Either way, it was a premier level, premier level car.
It was built in the pages of Hot Rod Magazine, yes. And of course he had his the mid-year Corvette.
Yep.
I forget what the heritage of that car is. It's not the Mickey Thompson car.
The Camaro they never sold, though, right? The Edelbrock test car, that Camaro, the red one, did they ever? I don't know if that, or did that go with the last auction they did? I have a feeling that one. I think that one stayed with the family for some reason.
I think it may have.
And so drivers are, again, queuing up across the street over there in our staging lanes at the M1 Cafe, which will be back open for business either tomorrow or Monday.
They'll be slinging burgers on Monday.
Rented the business for the day here as we close down their road. Thrill ride's still going on.
So much happens here today. One day.
Yeah, that's the neatest thing for me is that one day, the amount of effort, the months, the year of planning, the logistics that all go into it. Yesterday, or just, I should say, yesterday, even the day before, we were watching them set up the midway, park all the trucks, have everything kind of lined up before anything even showed up to understand what was going to go where. Because as you know, that is very heavily packed over across the street. So.
Oh, yeah. Shout out KB, Karen Brown, MotorTrend Events, her team, what they do to get this thing going.
Let's go to Matt Huber of the Ram brand to catch up with Matt.
All right, guys, hanging out here with Matt Huber, Senior Vice President of Ram Product. Now, we don't just have Challengers and Chargers here this weekend. We've also got some really big Ram trucks, and you guys have quite the lineup of product availability.
Yes, we do. Working under selling Ram trucks is awesome. Selling Rams in a huge segment. So there's 2 million customers that buy trucks every year between light duty and heavy duty, and that's why Ram has such a vast lineup of light and heavy duty trucks. We have trucks, so when our customers come into market, they're looking for a couple things. Some are looking for commercial products. We have a tradesman available for them in a light duty or a heavy duty truck. They're looking for payload and towing, and we do very well with that. Or more of a mainstream truck. We have great Bighorn and Laramie trim levels. in those versions that have upgraded technology and features. That's the majority of our sales are Laramie and Bighorn. Then there's a whole, in trucks, a whole luxury segment. You wouldn't think of it when you think about trucks, but luxury is a big thing, especially when it comes to profitability for companies. And there's no end to how much technology, features, and materials that they put into these trucks. And Ram has a very strong offering with the Tungsten that we launched for the first time last year. It comes standard with our HO Hurricane engine, 540 horsepower, plus 24-way massaging seats, 23-speaker Klipsch audio system, and hands-free autonomous L2 Plus driving. But my favorite kind of trucks, off-road trucks. And Ram has the best lineup of off-road trucks in the market. We start with our Warlock, which we've had the Warlock in the market for a little bit on light duty. We just launched it in heavy duty. We started taking offers last month under Warlock and have had very, very strong ordering since we launched that last month. Then you step up to a Rebel, and after the Rebel, we get into our extreme trucks. So on the light duty side, we have the RHO, which is right behind me. This is actually what I daily, every day, RHO on the light duty. And on the heavy duty side, we have the Ram Power Wagon. That is the most capable off-road truck in the market, period. So in addition to our lineup, customers, especially here, it's about powertrain, right? People want powertrains, and we have our customers covered. On the light duty side, we have a 3.6 Pentastar e-torque, and then you step up into our Hurricane engines, and we have a standard output, 420 horsepower Hurricane, and a high output, 540 horsepower Hurricane. And then, you know, big news is we're bringing the Hemi back. So we're launching right now. You'll see the Hemi back. You'll see it around here. And so super excited about bringing that back to market. Then on the heavy duty side, we have a 6.4 Hemi as well. And then of course, the legendary Cummins 6.7 liter turbo diesel with an 8-speed transmission, and new this year, standard best in class torque at 1,075 pound-feet.
Well, it's great news to hear the return of the Hemi, of course. I think all the fans and enthusiasts are definitely on board with that. You've got a lot of different trucks that are available. You obviously have a lot of heavy-duty trucks also that are available. But what about like the smaller trucks, the light-duty trucks? What kind of offering do you have for some of those patrons?
Yeah, that's something, as the head of product, that's something I work on every day. And you know, we know it. We are the only U.S. truck brand that doesn't have a small or mid-size pickup truck in the market. And you know, our customers need it. Full-size trucks are getting expensive. Now they're about starting, they around $60,000 on average to buy a full-size truck. So some customers can't afford it or don't want to pay the money for the full-size truck. So we have to get them a more affordable option. And you know, we know how to do this. We're already doing it. So globally, we have a Ram 1200 that we sell, a mid-size truck. We have a Rampage that we sell in South America, even a small Ram 700. So something we know how to do, we know that we need to do it, we know our customers do it, and you'll have to stay tuned and look for announcements for the truck.
Well, the brand is ever changing and evolving. How do you plan to attract new buyers?
We announced the relaunch of the Hemi, and you know, even we have a Bucking Hemi riding bull here that you could ride today with the relaunch of the Hemi. 2 months ago at Michigan International Speedway, we announced that we're coming back to NASCAR for the first time since 2012. With that, we launched the Never Stop Being American campaign, and then right after that, we came out with the best powertrain warranty in the market, 10 years, 100,000 miles. And then in addition to that, we just launched a new trim level, the Black Express. We launched it on both light duty and heavy duty. Light duty, you can get into this truck for under $50,000, and heavy duty, under $54,000. We just opened them up for 26 model year, and the orders have been very strong on it. So to answer your question, how are we going to continue to attract customers? We're doing it from an activation, a marketing, a product perspective, and let me tell you, that's just starting. We have a lot more planned, a lot more to go. So once again, you just have to keep watching Ram, and we have a lot more announcements to come that we are very excited about.
Right, well, it all sounds very exciting, but I think maybe it's time for you to go ride that bull. I don't know.
That's the plan, yes.
All right, I'm out.
Only if you do too.
No, we're not gonna go there. All right, Matt Huber, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for being here at Roadkill.
All right, so as we got the update on the Ram Trucks brand there, we had Morgan go to the final round of the pickup truck. And again, we talked about the good kind of fact that they've had that truck completed last year, had a whole year of work on it. That thing's kind of a weapon, 526 with a 7.
And she tends to lead first.
Yes, she's been off the starting line first in both of those matchups today as the Hooligan Brothers guys are kind of crowded around the vehicle. Always nice to see the freight train come by.
This is a flashback to our earlier location on Woodward.
It is. Yeah, we just crossed the road up there.
Right. Not sure I've seen that here before. You've seen it throughout the day?
Just one. I saw one Amtrak loco go by, but this is the first of the freight trains we've seen come through.
All right, as the Hooligan guys are coming up into the water box.
So really, we just got to benchmark this guy off of a 526.7. She just ran 526.7. We want to see what he runs in comparison to the final round. Lane choice will obviously go to the car with the lower elapsed time coming into the final. So here comes the Hooligan Brothers car, which again has been one of these machines we've watched them get incrementally quicker. They've not made any huge strides, but the car now is better than it has been before. And this buy run is really a chance, in my mind, for them to really kind of turn the screws on the thing and see exactly how much it can take. It's been doing this whole porpoising kind of wallowing thing down the racetrack. We've talked about that. It goes a 583.5. So they are going to need to pull out some real magical stuff. Something's going on with the rear suspension of that car. It does the same thing. It hits the tire and kind of just bounces its way through the first couple hundred feet.
Yeah, and then obviously he's lifting off of it. It still goes 583, and she's got a 527 in it. Looks like the cars could be competitive, but they're going to have to pull their act together real quick.
This is the semifinal round of Big Tire. A fantastic contest between two. I mean, this is what it should look like, man. This is what it should look like.
This reminds me of being around Detroit, like Race Rock Cafe, circa 1992. This was kind of the jam.
Michael Washington waiting for the high sign to allow these two racers to get their burnouts going. Slocum, of course, in the S10. Been putting on that show all day. Milsvik in the Pontiac. And once we are clear at the top end, we'll see the burnouts will begin. Steel cars, stock dimensions, like that's why I got a soft spot for this stuff.
This reminds me very much of the earliest days of fastest streetcar racing.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, back in the 90s.
I, too, recall loving this Firebird last year.
It sits, I think because it is a ridiculously huge tire on it, and yet it still sits perfectly. And it kept the center lines on it. There was a period of time those center lines were cool. They're cool again.
Yeah, the Convo Pro.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sit too low. That's what makes it not look modern.
Yeah, it's a ladder bar car, clearly. Not an overly chassis car.
Oh, and he's going to just park it on the starting line while the Blazer goes down. The Blazer, 480.
Yeah.
And 505 from our favorite Firebird of all time.
Yeah, and look, for Mislivic, he did not have a 480 in that thing driving off the side of a bridge. But the fact that Slocum also gave himself a starting line advantage made it look even much more of a wider gap. So Nate Slocum is going to the final round, and will it be Slocum versus a Trackhawk, or Slocum versus Jimmer in the nitrous Acadian? The Acadian, as we talked about before, the Pontiac branded version of a Chevy Nova.
I believe they were just Acadians. It was not a Pontiac Acadian.
Oh, was it its own brand?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
You think that they're a Pontiac Acadian because they use so many Pontiac stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe, didn't they use a Pontiac dash in a Chevelle for the Beaumont?
Yeah, that's why I always thought it was a package deal. All right, so all-wheel drive Trackhawk, or will it be the big snorting nitrous Acadian?
And you can see Pooch right there on the big screen or on the live stream.
I do not believe Jimmer can get away with what he did the last time by giving a guy a head start effectively. You cannot give this Jeep any leash. And he didn't.
And he didn't.
And that is a waxing out there. 455.3 for Jimmer, a 5 flat 1. Very impressive for Antonio D'Angelo. But the Trackhawk, no match for the door car in a pair of nitrous cars in the final round of Big Tire.
How cool is that?
That's great. A pair of steel-bodied nitrous cars. Loving it.
All the stages.
Both,
I like that.
And listen, I mean, a 455 out of Jimmer's car. The only thing I'm hoping that Slocum has a kid in reserve. I'm hoping Slocum hasn't given us all she has to give there in the S10, and there may be a little bit more power. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fast. It's an incredibly fast car, but right now he's going to come in at a quarter-second disadvantage.
Do you remember the April Fool's deal with Holly at NOS and the moonshot?
Oh, the stacked up, like the 20 stacked nitrous plates? Yeah, that was pretty brilliant.
That was a great video.
Yeah, the moonshot. That was good stuff.
Yeah, and it cuts down to like the Baker blast,
yes.
the mushroom cloud rising over Bikini Atoll or whatever they did. Whichever island we blew off the map that day.
So we just saw the Deal Mustang pull in, so the small tire entrants are making their way over for their semifinal round. Certainly want to thank everybody that's been a part of MotorTrend Presents Roadkill Nights, powered by Dodge, especially those of you tuned in at home from down the street or around the world on the MotorTrend channel on YouTube. You can send your friends there as well if you want to have them catch the semifinal and now the final rounds after our semifinal in the small tire category.
You'll want to follow Hot Rod Magazine's social media to see even more about this. It is Hot Rod Magazine on both Instagram and Facebook. And of course, you can visit hotrod.com.
Yes. And if you'd like to continue following the exploits of David, it is the David Freiburger channel on YouTube. Weekly content for your viewing pleasure.
And Brian is Brian Loans on YouTube with week content.
It is. It is just week content, but content nonetheless.
You know what? We also have to thank TSR, Tony Stewart Racing, coming out here with the nitro side of their program. I love the nitro burnouts on Woodward. That's actually what draws me to this thing year to year. Or what I am thinking of when I'm at home. It's like, oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just fun to see those massive fish kind of out of water. You know, there's always talk about somebody trying to put on or there's always like babble and talk about, oh man, someday somebody needs to put on like a full-on like street race with Top Fuel cars, like they they run NASCAR races in Chicago and they run IndyCar races in all these places. What about a drag race? And I mean, nothing's impossible, but logistically, it would be so flippin' hard to get a piece of road that you would have to repave, make perfectly flat, over multiple city blocks. You have small problems like, manhole covers that if a Top Fuel slick grabbed it would send it over the Empire State Building.
Exactly.
Land in the Hudson River.
And I know you saw that Clay Milliken just did one underneath the bridge in Akron, Ohio at the Goodyear plant.
Yeah.
He also did one long ago in front of Graceland.
In front of Graceland, in the Elvis car.
Yep, and of course, Tony Nancy on Hollywood Boulevard when Peterson was opening their Motorama Museum there back in the day. I'm going to put that at, 1974-ish?
Had to have been somewhere in there.
That neighborhood.
Famously, Broadway Freddie DeName rolled up to Coney Island on the boardwalk in his Nitro Funny car with no permits.
Yeah.
And he killed people for a living, so it didn't really slow him down. Again, the permitting process wasn't really a big concern. He had other things to worry about.
I'm authorized.
But there's great photos. Norman Blake took the photos of him and the Saturday Night Fever car doing a burnout on the boardwalk at Coney Island back in the day.
Nitro cars on the street trivia.
There's an incredible story that Scott New tells. I was up at, of course, at Boise last weekend at the Night Fire Nationals. And Scott New tells a story that they did a promotion where they put a Nitro Funny car inside a nightclub in the early 80s and started
it
and started the car inside. He said it was about a 2,800 foot space.
That's insane.
And they ran it for like 15 or 20 seconds, but it was blowing the ceiling down and the light fixtures were exploding. And
everyone's eyes were bleeding.
People were just laid out on the floor.
They were promoting Night Fire Nationals. This guy was promoting a new club, and they created a calamity.
Promoters, man.
Yeah, promoters, man.
Promoters, dude.
So both of our Grudge finalists are back into the staging lanes.
As we discussed, Morgan Evans is back in the final, defending champion.
Yes.
Consistency in her driving, really good truck. Went to the big single. You see the big single turbocharger there.
I liked your call on that run, too. That was well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brian, they were running another reel. It
What?
wasn't us.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know.
Hi, Morgan. Doing great. I picked you.
Matt Rice has been helping her out with the chassis, with suspension on the car. He went down to Florida and went to the track with him, and they did some testing and tuning and everything. So he's involved with helping it out here on Woodward Avenue. Matt is involved with Hot Shot Secrets lubricants program.
Yeah, it's a company that's heavily involved in the diesel marketplace, and they got all kinds of stuff. And big tractor pulling fanatics, as you well know.
Sled pull. But anyway, like Fox Mustang.
Yeah.
I get it.
Truck and tractor pulling.
Truck and tractor pull. Wrong on all levels, but right. Mergen. Mergen Evans. I didn't ask her how she got Mergen from me, but it's M-E-R.
That's her social handle is
yeah, it's her social
M-E.
handle. I don't know how she got the E, that's all I'm saying.
Probably because there was 10,000 other Morgan Evanses.
Or it's kind of fun to say Mergen.
Mergen.
Yeah.
Mergen. I like the pronunciation of the Mergen.
Mergen.
Okay, Mergen.
We are going to take a quick commercial break as our drivers get strapped in for the semifinals in small tire and the final round in the Grudge Race. Stay with us.
The feeling of a car working is different than the feeling of a car going fast. We are running the Big Bubba ET drag, and when we got it, we ran our best pass ever, but it's a shoebox 55 Chevy running 6-second times on a Mickey Thompson tire, and that's cool. When I think of Mickey Thompson, I think of legacy.
Well, if you've had this much fun, if you're watching the live streaming coverage on MotorTrend's YouTube channel, if you want to see this act continue, in just a few short weeks, we'll be on Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week, and all three of us will be part of the same level of frivolity and fun, live and free on the MotorTrend YouTube channel.
Frivolity and fun, they both begin with F.
Yes.
Frolics, let's put
we
frolics
put the
in there.
FU in both of them.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Be sure to stay tuned to all of our live coverage there. It'll be a Mickey Thompson sponsored live feed.
Week-long
every day.
Week-long coverage.
5 days.
Yeah, and so that's going to be on the East Coast this year. If you're a Drag Week person, if you've never been to Drag Week, you've always wanted to show up for a day and just check it out. We'll be running around the Mid-Atlantic area. We're talking about Maryland International Raceway, Cecil County Dragway. Where else are we going?
Numidia, Cecil County, Maple Grove, and MIR. And David and I were talking about it. Neither of us have been to Numidia or Cecil County, correct?
No,
I've been to Cecil.
Yeah,
Been to
Cecil was on Drag Week years
I haven't
ago.
been to Numidia. I have not.
You've never
I grew
been
up
to Cecil? You
there
grew
it
up
is.
in New York
Look,
and
I
you
got
never
beat
went
up
to
about that
Cecil?
already. I've never been to Cecil County Raceway. Never.
Oh, man.
Never been to Cecil County, and I didn't even know where Numidia, Pennsylvania was. I've never been to that drag strip either.
That I'm shocked about.
I'm shocked myself. I'm disappointed now.
Numidia's a cool
You
track.
know,
Numidia's a cool track, and Cecil, I mean, the coolest part about it for me, obviously I'm familiar with that because I'm from that part of the country, but every year you look at your track list and you kind of go, okay, well, they can run fast here and they can run fast here, and maybe it falls off here a little bit. If we get the weather, those are
they're fast.
4 just dead hooking
Maple
racetracks.
Grove for sure.
I mean, Jim Halsey, Jimmy will have that thing. It'll be pulling people's fillings out when they walk over.
That's what I heard.
It's going to
He's been
be
doing
nasty.
A great job there with some of the small tire stuff. They're doing some grudge stuff there.
Jimmy's one in a million.
Actually, when I get out of there and I get out of MIR at the end of Drag Week, I'm going to double back to Cecil because there's a grudge race there. A big high-dollar grudge deal going on that weekend, so I'm going to stop through there on my way back to Cali.
I was really wishing, Brian, that you were going to call Pooch in Washington eating their pizza down there. Yeah, it was a great
you
shot.
know, I mean, there are kids watching this, so I didn't really want to. I didn't want to dwell on that.
Here you go, Fox Mustang.
Yeah, here's our Mustang. Again, the car with the ballast hanging off the back, getting that weight as far backward as possible. More effective leveraged mechanical grip. But man, that white 4th generation Camaro has been a heartbreaker for so many over the course of the day, especially his first round opponent. And it's go time. Semi-final round of small tire.
Final 4. Should be a good race, good matchup here. And I'm wondering, has there been any adjustment whatsoever in the back of that Mustang? Any change?
Well, we've never. I've not seen the weight. The same weight bars are in it now. At least they were to the last run that we saw in the morning. And both you and I had the same response. We saw like this thing's going to pull a monster wheelie. Has not done that.
Hasn't done it. So front end is tied down just enough to keep things under control.
Same 2 bars in and out that they were in this morning.
What's really cool there is here's the part where you're definitely doing the same thing every lap. That burnout was just like the last lap.
Yeah, that's repetition. Be interested to see the cloud cover that's kind of rolling through here, if it thickens up before the final round, if it picks anybody up. I mean, with the radial tire that these guys run, less risk, of course, of the track kind of getting too tight for you. It's going to like it as tight as possible. Been tough to find 2 people to leave at the same time. We've been missing that a little bit in elimination.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is right there. Mustang in front.
Wow. And the Mustang's going to pull him all the way to the stripe. 460 for Dave McKenna. Beats a 461 for Travis Martin. McKenna also had himself a pretty sizable starting line advantage.
Good race.
Best race we've seen all day, side by side.
So well done. Dave McKenna is going to the final round, and he will face either the camouflaged Camaro on the left or the Deal Brothers Mustang on the right.
I'll take a flyer and say, should we see the Deal Brothers go down in this round? Tools will fly all over Pontiac, Michigan.
There'll be a mushroom cloud over there in the pits if that happens. These are 2 440 cars.
Just
I mean,
tough.
these are the class of the field.
This is tough. That's exactly it. This is, folks, this is as tough as it gets right here. Man.
And for McKenna in the Mustang, he's going to be looking, and at this point, though, for McKenna, he knows he's going to get somebody that is a little quicker than he is, at least a little quicker than he showed us.
McKenna has to take a shot at the arm drop.
And he's also a savvy, smart racer. If he's a guy that runs a lot of no prep, no time stuff, he knows he's playing his cards the right way.
What a race. It's going to be a good race.
Man, this is good.
You want to see this race at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Very high level competition on a very good racetrack.
Got him.
Oh, huge
Got
move.
him.
Huge move for Callow. And Callow goes across. A 60 beats a 46. It's a whole shot win for Jeff Callow.
Anything can happen in a
Jeff
drag
Callow, 4.601 beats a 4.46.1. Wow.
Deal Brothers next year is another time to try.
Man, that
was punishing is what that was.
Punishing.
That's what it was. You've got Mike down there with one of the deals, kind of like consoling him, like, you know, I had to do it.
So Jeff Callow and Dave McKenna. Callow will go to the final 2/10 quicker, then McKenna will enter it, which is actually good news for McKenna. Otherwise, he was going to be looking at the better part of 4/10 differential. Man, a big hole shot.
Big hole shot.
Just a big hole shot. And we get a replay here. We're going to watch it. Just watch how quickly the Camaro moves.
Gone.
Oh, yeah.
Can't make that up. What a charge, though.
And, I mean, he was pulling on him at the stripe.
What a charge on it, yes. What a charge.
This is cool.
Mike Washington. NMRA racer extraordinaire, burnout technician today.
Working the burnout pit. Mikey Washington. Good. There's the finish line.
Yeah, across the finish line. That is about a little shy of a car length, I think. I think he had to put a bumper. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's cool about the Deal Brothers is by Monday or sometime next week, they'll be on their YouTube talking about this event.
Yeah.
And I would guesstimate explaining that, yeah, I did sleep on the arm drop there. I mean, they're quite candid about what happens with the car. You know what I mean?
Unless Ray Charles is the only person watching the video, you're going to have to admit to it because it's right there in front of God and everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little hard to go into denial on that.
No, I didn't leave second. Just left after him.
Well, they swore up and down that they won last year's race.
Well, it was tight. I mean, as tight as that was, it was even tighter last year. But, yeah, no, tough break there. But, hey, listen. The biggest thing we can say to the whole team at TVC is thank you for creating the surface that we've had. When you got a racetrack that'll hold on to runs in the 440s and you got people winning on hole shots in the semifinals, that's a drag strip out there. that is a
good street.
Ever-loving, God-forbidden drag strip out there.
Yes, indeed.
And might I say, it'll probably be good late into tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Once the tractor-trailer trucks, get done driving up and down, collecting barriers, it may take a little off the top.
That's
but
true.
Yeah. One place I would not want to drive during the first rainstorm in the area.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's going to look like those skating elephants in Fantasia. Yeah. I've
doubled back here or back up in the M1 area after Roadkill Nights, like before getting down to the airport and stuff, and it's impressive.
Sporty.
It's impressive looking and an impressive feeling for sure.
You notice that all the rubber went away in the 2 years since we've been here.
Yeah,
you couldn't see it. If you looked at the Pontiac Silverdome after we did Roadkill Nights there the very first year, nothing ever drove over it, and so you could see it from space for years until they tore the place down.
Yeah, you put a couple 100,000 cars a week over the stuff, I guess it's going to wear it off pretty quick.
Pontiac, Michigan, are you having a good time? Let's hear it. Woo. Roadkill Nights. MotorTrend presents Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge. This is the 10th anniversary of this event. Look who made it. Hey there.
The Turks have arrived.
The Turks are here. Good to see you.
So final round action will be coming up here in a few minutes. I think we're going to run the finals as they are ready. So we already have our finalists in the Grudge Race over there. That's going to be the first final. I believe that will run.
Morgan Evans versus the Hooligan Brothers.
Small tire racers will have just a moment to get their stuff cooled off before they come back up again.
Big tire should be ready to go.
Big tire should be on the way up in just a couple of minutes.
It is such a good feeling beating your buddy on the street.
Oh, yeah.
I've beat Finnegan twice with a much slower car. There's nothing more glorious.
So as we have Matt McAleer in the video realm right now, we're going to go to this interview with Matt McAleer, then we'll come back to the starting line here at Roadkill Nights, powered by Dodge.
All right, guys, here with Matt McAleer, Dodge brand CEO, and we had a very exciting day yesterday, but also a more exciting day today. We've got 10 years of Roadkill Nights, 10th year anniversary. Matt, it's great to be here.
Thanks so much for having me. 10 years and back on Woodward this year. It couldn't be better. This is an incredible strip of pavement. The turn lanes in front of the fans. We're having so much fun already.
I love it. I love it. We've got live drag racing going on right behind us now. I can't hear you. You can't hear me, but that's what we're embracing. All right, let's talk a little bit about yesterday. You guys had some really fun, exciting vehicles coming from the Dodge brand.
We did. We shut down Woodward for a day early on Woodward for the first time in our 10 years, and we launched the all-new Charger 6-pack. 550 horsepower monster, 531 pound-feet of torque. This thing is a beast, 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, and we're excited to be back with gas-powered engines.
We all know the Challengers, we all know the Chargers. We can't forget about Durango. That is a solid, solid vehicle for the Dodge brand. And you debuted some new Durango options yesterday, too.
We did. Not only were we launching Jailbreak on the SRT Hellcat, more than 6 million combinations. You can make your own. You can make your own one-on-one now with more than 6 million combinations. And on top of that, we reset the MSRP down to $79,900 for the 26 model year, and we launched some more news yesterday. We're bringing Hemi V8s to all trims. So starting this week, when you order a Durango, on the GT comes with the 5.7, the RT later this year is going to come with the 392, and then you still get the legendary 710 horsepower Hellcat engine in the SRT.
All right, so for the fans, the enthusiasts, the 6-pack, the Jailbreak Durango, when can they get their hands on these vehicles?
So you can put orders in this coming week, and then we will start shipping the 6-pack Scat Packs in mid-November, and we'll be shipping Durangos. We're starting to ship all the Durangos later this month, except for our new RT392. We'll start shipping later this year.
We have the 6-pack. We still have the presence of some Hemis. There's EVs as well. But we all kind of want to know, what's the future for Dodge? What are we going to see next?
You know what? If the past is any indication of the future, we got a bright future. We're just getting started. If you look at the old generation Charger and Challengers and you think back to, we started with 3.5s and 6.1s and went to 6.4s and 3.6 liter and 6.2 liter supercharged, and then the Red Eye supercharged, and then the Yellow Eye supercharged, and then the Demon 170. We continue to evolve, push performance, and we're only 7-8 months into the launch of this new platform. We started with 670 horsepower BEVs. Now we got 550 horsepower 6-packs. We're coming with 420 horsepower 6-packs, and there's a lot more future ahead of us.
You had a couple cars doing donuts around you yesterday. Any donuts in the future for you today?
The donuts was incredible, and it was marking not only the launch of the 6-pack, but the 60th anniversary of Charger. The first Charger launched in 1966, and what a way to commemorate it. Be back on Woodward and doing donuts.
All good stuff. I love it so much. Matt, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we are back here on Woodward Avenue. And we got a little diesel fun coming our way. Heavy D gonna make another rip in the Cummins-powered Ram with its 4 Goodyear slicks on the corners.
High output 6.7, Cummins diesel.
They seem to be stepping on this thing a little harder each time. Like, he wasn't really doing burnouts and stuff before. Now he's got the burnouts going, and the slick tire always looks good in a dually situation.
Look, man. Lock 4-wheel drive.
Maybe he doesn't want to lock 4-wheel drive. See?
Clearly.
Maybe he wants to keep the transfer case.
Lock 4-wheel drive to go for a ride. It's moving, though.
Yeah, 748.
I've never driven a vehicle with slicks on the front of any kind, whether it's a front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive.
He's not yet engaged 4-wheel drive, so he could save some weight by taking him off the front of the thing, but yeah.
I just think the handling's got to be weird.
Oh,
if they're just along for the ride.
It steers like a madman, dude.
It's got to be real weird, yeah, because the sidewalls are so jelly, and then the things are so wide.
It'll steer like a madman. It'll make you sketch.
Hunt around and do the whole thing. Well, that's like when you watch some of the pro front-wheel drive cars, and it's just like the insane torque steer and stuff. It's like the guys are, muscling the wheels of those things. So 10 years here of Roadkill Nights. We've talked about it so often. I think one of the amazing things about this event is, yes, there has been some weather occasionally over time, but this thing's never washed out.
No, it never has completely. When last time we were here, we had a freak rainstorm and then dried it out and ran.
That's what KJ was saying earlier. Yeah,
that was really good. It looked like the way it rained. It looked like that the event might really be in jeopardy. But yeah, it passed out and people just kind of hung around.
We had one a few years ago where we sent the final of Big Tire down, and we're doing. Before they even made the turn, it had started pouring. Like we escaped the doom.
Yeah, it dried up, and they ran a great event and closed the night with Ice Cube.
You know, we began the very first Roadkill Nights before we got into the actual competition between us and Gas Monkey, with a guy going off the end of the track and into the hay bales and into the water barriers.
Really? Yeah. What type of car do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Like the very first run?
No, it was part of the test and tune session.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was the Nitro Coupe.
Oh, Brian Coleman?
Yes.
Yikes.
Wow.
That car also, remember, had that crazy thing where it crashed into the center wall, hit the A-board at a racetrack, too. It was a 32. We're talking about, it was Model A, right? It was a Model A with a...
No, it's a Plymouth.
Oh, the Plymouth, right. It was a Plymouth-bodied coupe, 1930s Plymouth, with a 392 Hemi in it that the guy would actually drive in the street on gasoline and then put a pretty stiff load of nitro.
Oh, and took it to drag week doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Coleman, who actually who owned the Mr. Norm's or the Bell Dodge car, the altered wheelbase car.
Speaking of that type of thing, the X-Trend car that's over here, the Charger, is in fact the
one that went to England. Yeah. The Commando Tour of 1966 or 67.
Is it a 7 or is it a 6?
I haven't looked that carefully, but it was the Commando Tour car. It's painted on the quarter.
Well, and Al X-Trend was one of these guys. had to have been a cool guy because obviously he's a corporate lawyer for Chrysler and he becomes a drag racer.
Which is why he's the lawman.
Well, and then he becomes a corporate lawyer for Ford and manages to pull the same trick over there. He ran cars for both companies over the course of time. So
send my car.
Yeah.
And he was the lawyer for, I forgot there was a big case that you and I have talked about that he got involved in.
Oh, no, you're right. I forgot about this too. But yeah, it was a significant, like a real deal high-profile lawsuit.
Al Ekstrand, the lawman.
Cool car. One of the coolest things about 66, 67 Chargers is the pass-through console to the back and the rear buckets.
It is pretty
really
neat.
Cool deal there.
We're looking at people here in the grandstands.
Having
a lot of
good
brotherly
time.
love going on right there.
Smiles. That's what I'm talking about. Having a good time, smiles, enjoying the drags. Hopefully enjoying everything that's been included.
This guy's got his Baja 500 shirt on.
With an SS Camaro on it?
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Mixed metaphors.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? What was the class that they ran passenger cars in at Baja? I forget what it is, but I love the thing to death. It was the guy with the Edsel. No, it would have been a number like class.
Okay.
Class 11 is Volkswagens.
Yeah.
I forget what the class was for stock passenger cars, but it's what
55 Chevys. They ran AMC's.
Jim Garner's
Oldsmobiles in there.
Yep. Well, and his AMCs before
AMC,
that.
Yeah,
which
he
is
had the AMCs. Yeah.
Bob Bondurant drove one of his AMCs.
Yeah.
Walker Evans drove one of his AMCs.
Look at that. Less talk, more burnout.
Hey,
let's talk more burnouts.
Let's
we
talk
are
more
with
burnout.
you, buddy.
Trust me.
We're dying up here, pal.
Trust me.
I'm gonna build. I'm
We're
gonna build
with
a car and get it out there first.
What do you have? Do you have like solar panels on that hat there?
Looking the wrong way, folks.
Track operations, you heard the people. The people have spoken. Less talk, more burnouts. Don't know what we're
You're
waiting
going to see
for.
your finalists around the corner in a minute. I think you're going to see your Grudge finalists here any second. They are definitely cooled off and ready to go. Anytime you see Copeland wheeling the golf cart talking on the radio, things are happening.
It's about to go down.
Things are going down.
Mike Copeland
There
was
you are. Hey, guys.
telling us about his hopped-up golf cart this morning.
Yeah, not that one. The standard issue cruising model he was disappointed in. But his hot rodder one at home, he said it does like 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, you don't want to touch Steve Brule on that program.
He's got a beast?
Oh, yeah. He's gone way deep.
Okay.
There he is, folks. Jimmer making his way up. The heir apparent one more time here at Roadkill Nights. So the big tire final, as Kerry has just told us, uncle versus nephew.
Oh, cool.
So the apple, the nitrous-fed apple does not fall far from the tree. That's pretty awesome.
All in the family.
Yeah, that's good.
It's almost like Greg and Aaron Stanfield, except for not father and son.
Right, right. And in some places, well, I'm not going down that road.
How many teeth in your head?
Oh, man. All right, so there's your big tire final. Just rolled on by the small tire guys that ran right behind him. We should be seeing them any second as well. We have awards to give away, of course. Going to run these finals, do our awards after. Give out the trophies, give out the accolades.
Give out the bread.
Give out the bread.
Experience a libation.
Bread distribution. Oh, there will be, yeah.
2 or 3 or several. Non-stop with the Dodge ride-alongs back
Yeah,
here.
if you're ever wondering about the durability of a Hellcat Durango or an RHO pickup truck, you can, if you'd like, to accelerate it from 0 to 65 or 70 about 600 times a day, and it's not going to care.
The Dodge thrill rides have been a huge part of this from the beginning, and it's really interesting to watch, actually. They go through a lot of tires on that drift pad. And have you seen that I don't know if they have it here this year, but I've seen in past years, they have it drive through about an inch of water to cool the tires after
cool them
every
down.
pass.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I get it, sure.
I did know a guy, or knew a guy who worked at the GM Proving Grounds back in the day, and he had some incredible stories about transmission testing where they had a Pontiac GTO that he would slam the thing full throttle, drive to reverse, drive to reverse, drive to reverse until it broke, and then report back.
It was just like my TV show.
It was just like, yeah. Little did he know at the time. Yeah.
The hooligan guys down here.
Big Mike at the wheel. We talked about.
Let's hooligan this guy in the car, and let's hooligan her in the
Mike's
truck and see some action here.
Big Mike.
That's what I like. Here we go.
2,400-pound car with Big Mike in it. Weighs in at what? 2,800 pounds.
Yeah.
Still lighter than Morgan's truck. Morgan's truck.
Yeah. But big single to stock motor. A lot of dynamics here. Look at that intake. We didn't even notice it. That was
beautiful intake.
How about that sheet metal intake?
Thing looks good.
Yeah, it does. Looks really good. Last year the presentation looked, I mean, it looked like the factory installed that engine.
Do all inline sixes, like as a general rule, want that big plenum hanging off the side? Is that just like a normal? Because you look at the Hyperpack intake from the slant 6 days, you look at guys that have done other stuff with inliners. I mean, that's a pretty good sized plenum on that thing.
Runner length is going to be more critical than plenum volume on that thing, in my estimation. And the actually, you slant 6 thing that you just mentioned, it doesn't have a giant plenum on it.
Runner length.
All
You're right.
runner length.
Runner length. Yeah.
It's really long. The longer the runner length, the more low end torque you're going to make.
There's Callow.
So everybody's in.
Did Martin come by?
He went by.
Okay.
Of course, that Ram tuning being a big part of the Ram Chargers car club that came out of Chrysler Engineering way back in 1959.
The High and Mighty.
Or prior to that, it was called
the ugliest car in drag racing history.
As well as the Ramrod.
The Ramrod.
It was the Ramrod before the High and Mighty.
Woodward Dream Cruise kicking off around here, right? This is a big kind of firing off event for that amazing week. And I know it's a single day event, but it really does encompass an entire week. The people that get here and just cruise Woodward, me and Mike Galimi of Hot Rod the other night got into town and we decided to make some laps. And it was cool. It wasn't the busiest night in the world, but it's just neat to be out there, seeing a bunch of unique stuff and people just having fun.
Local law enforcement advises me that the bedlam begins sometime later tonight.
That's when it gets hot and heavy?
Yeah. It is a full week of action here for sure, leading up to the Woodward Dream Cruise. And for 10 years, we've kicked it off with Roadkill Nights.
I think it is considered one of the largest automotive events in the world, right? By
Single
sheer
day.
per volume.
Single day.
Single day, okay.
Single
I
day.
mean, not counting, say, the Indy 500.
No,
yeah,
of
I
course.
got you.
For
Yeah.
participation for a hot rod event.
Yeah.
And probably over the largest piece of real estate.
Yeah. Yeah, by square mile, sure.
The actual turn for the Woodward Loop is further that way, further north.
Yep.
So they'll be cruising over our drag strip?
They call it wide track. It's
coming
a big
back this way.
Wide sweep of a left turn. It comes back around this way. Wide track. Pontiac.
Yep. Pontiac wide track.
Yep.
Never mind that the track width was identical to every GM car that year.
But
it sounded good.
Yeah. Yes, during the era of the 3 martini lunch, when you just tell your marketing guy, here's where we're going, and the marketing guy sucks down a couple of, I know how to sell this. Yeah.
And it worked.
And they sold it by the truckload.
If we were in that period, or this age in that period, we probably would have had a good time. Being car guys, it was probably just really bitching to be a car guy in that period. Wide open.
Absolutely.
Wide open. Like you said, come up with an idea, like, all right, go do it. Can it make money?
All right, our final round of the Grudge Race is upon us. We're going to see a back-to-back winner. Have we ever seen a back-to-back winner in this contest? Over 10 years.
You're asking me to have a memory.
Yeah.
Alex Taylor.
Taylor back-to-back, all right.
Taylor, yes.
Well, for the second time, if we have another back-to-back winner, it'll be another female drag racer. That's a neat deal. And here we go. The Hooligan Brothers Mustang is rolling up on the left-hand side, and on the right side, Morgan Evans in the D150 truck.
87 first-gen Dodge truck. Hurricane powered. Uh-oh. Well, Mr. Freiburger.
Which way's that 10 spot going?
Well, Mr. Freiburger.
Other than in my pocket.
I know you're of the wagering type.
I got a 10 on Morgan.
I'm not betting against Morgan.
I can't
we
bet
got a problem
against Morgan.
here.
Anything can happen in a drag race. It don't got to be pretty. I've said that throughout the day.
Yeah.
Hooligan Brothers car is not pretty.
The setup.
Don't got to be. But I don't trust that rear end. He's been bouncing down the track at top end. We've been saying make a shock adjustment. Clearly they haven't. It's been getting him down, but he's also been getting lucky.
Yeah.
You're legally obligated to favor the Mustang, Cage.
Well, there's that. There's that, but I'm not going to bet you $10 on it.
So the Torque and Tungsten Dodge gets ready to roll ahead. The Hooligan Brothers car is already sitting right there as both machines roll in. Who's going to be the winner of the Grudge Race here? A great day of drag racing on Woodward Avenue.
So cool. So cool.
Move first, but Morgan is just going to absolutely dog walk under the finish line.
Wow.
And Morgan goes 5:15 with an 8.
How about that?
Wow, that thing is booking.
That thing is riding, man.
A tenth of a second, tenth and a half off of the 4-second bracket. 5:76 for
5:15.
Man. Or rather, Morgan won with a 5:76. Martinez runs
5:15.
It was backwards.
The lanes are back.
Okay,
yeah. So that was 100% Morgan. She ran 5:15. That truck got better all week, all day long, and what an accomplishment.
Well, for the first time, she lost the jump, but then she just freight trained.
Yeah.
Potential 4-second truck.
Yeah.
And you notice they've been getting quicker every round.
Yeah, they've done it right. They've absolutely done it right. And on a, as good as this surface is, on a really good drag strip, on a really good day with a really good air, that thing's probably going to 5-0 or.
Exactly.
And we do have to remember, this thing isn't quite an eighth mile.
It's not an eighth mile, but it'll probably repeat that 5:15 on an eighth mile.
And here comes the big tire final. It's an uncle and his nephew. The uncle, the man they call Jimmer over here. We watch him rolling into the Acadian, and his nephew,
Nate
Slocum.
Nate Slocum.
Little motivation for the young guy to try to put one on the old man here. And as much motivation for the old man not to let the young guy do it to him.
Not to let him do it. Nate's in the left lane, hasn't been there all day.
You're right, he's been a right lane guy. He's had lane choice and stayed right side all day.
Uncle Jimmer flip-flop.
Yep. Nitrous being purged, 632 cubic inch nitrous engine here, of course, for the Acadian. And Slocum, another of the big block variety. Go time. Oh, it backfired.
Wow.
Popped it on the starting line. A nitrous manifold explosion on the starting line there for Slocum, and it is Jimmer, uncontested, 451.3. The motor sneezed when he stepped on the gas.
Looked like Darrell Alderman's car. Yeah.
So a tough break there for Slocum, but a 451 for Jimmer Klein, once again getting the job done here at Roadkill Nights. A guy who just is so fearsome on whichever section of this public roadway we put him on. Jimmer Klein lists that thing as having a 496-inch engine.
496?
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
No, but I like it. I like where his head's at. We get one more look at it. Watch the top of the screen, and you can see the only positive thing you got there is when the throttle blades are open, it at least has a place to vent.
Let it out. It didn't hurt
intake
anything.
manifold.
Yeah, fire back up. Just keep the gas mashed and turn it over and start right back up.
When it's closed, you have butterflies in your carburetor that are shaped like tacos.
Tulips.
Yeah. And so one final round yet to run this afternoon here at Roadkill Nights, and that, of course, will be the small tire final. And it is sitting here ready to go. The McKenna Mustang and the camouflage 4th Gen Camaro.
That's guided by the wisdom of Mikhail Bergeron.
Yes.
Last final round, folks. 88 Ford Mustang. Dave McKenna in the right lane. 99 Chevy Camaro, Jeff Callow in the left lane. Mustang versus Camaro, Ryan.
Oh, it's the way it's supposed to go. Cars like this, guys like this are competing at this level. The reason you don't have to worry about the sport of drag racing. A lot of young, motivated people in this sport building cool stuff with their own 2 hands, being innovative, and it's the final round of small tire here locked in. Jeff Callow's got his hands full. McKenna's trying to catch him. He's not going to get there. 456 beats a 468. A great drag race.
Good drag race.
For the final
side.
round here in small tire.
Awesome.
That locks down our 3 champions. Jeff Callow, congratulations. Jimmer Klein.
Awesome.
And Morgan Evans, the 3 winners of our big tire, small tire, and grudge categories. Great final.
No, thank you.
There's the reaction on the starting line as the 2 cars went down. Mike Washington, mouth agape as usual, watching the final round. He was stunned.
Like I tuned it up a little bit, and I just made it a little bit spicy.
He is a bad, bad man.
He certainly is.
Borgren is a bad, bad man.
Brilliant.
It's going to be fun to watch him out with his new car. We will have our championship trophy presentation, check presentation on the racetrack here in just a moment. Freiburger and Finnegan are the official presenters of those honors. Certainly hope we can continue this tradition.
I hope so.
In years forward. I certainly hope always have a blast hanging out with you, KJ, and being able to see David, Mike, and catch up with Newburn and Cotton and those guys. It really is a fun day.
Definitely. All the time. We get to this point of Roadkill Nights, and, you just kind of, you get a little bit somber.
Here comes Callow and Klein, your winner of big and small tire. Rolling up the return row. Let him hear it on the way by. Jimmer Klein has been a dominating force here. And Callow's car was on point all day long. Virgin the nitrous down the return road. Fantastic.
Jeff Callow with the camo Camaro.
The one rig I don't see is Morgan's.
She'll be here.
She was the first one that won something.
Let's fucking go, baby! Let's go!
Look at that.
No, it's
the trigger traffic button. Saw that at PRI. See that?
Yes, very cool.
Really cool deal.
Yeah, and it's an interesting, especially in this style of racing and any kind, you're really going to try to cut a light. It's a unique thing that people are continuing to develop ideas like, oh no, it's better than a thumb button, it's better than this. It's like, it is a very cool thing that people are still trying to be quicker reacting in their race cars. So our winners back here behind the starting line area, going to be getting down there with Finnegan, Freiburger, and the group to get their presentations made. Congratulations to those winners. Do not know if they will have a microphone down there. We'll find out. I bet they do.
It should be called Jimmer Meatball Way.
And I see one of the Jeeps down there, or is that the Durango? But all-wheel drive nonetheless, and I'm wondering if that might be the quickest Mopar.
I'm guessing that's a go.
The quickest,
yeah, it could be the quickest Mopar.
Small tire,
yeah.
Big tire Mopar. Yep. Mike Galimi still buried in his phone, as he usually is.
Yes, absolutely. Face first in that thing all day long. But that's making power moves. This guy's making power moves.
That's what he does.
Or ordering a pizza.
That's what
Could
it
be a
might
pizza,
be.
too. Also a power move in its own way. So if you're hitting the dusty trail home, we certainly appreciate you with all that we can for being a part of the MotorTrend Presents Roadkill Nights, powered by Dodge. Decade-long version. It's beautiful. We couldn't have asked for a better day. It had a little breeze out there. It was a little warm, obviously, but otherwise we'll take every inch of it for the racers. Thanks for putting on such a great show. KJ, think about this. We had maybe, 2.5 minutes of downtime for a fuel spill, but we had no oil. We had no crashes. We had nobody doing anything kind of too wacky and hair-raising. You can't ask for a much better day in terms of action on a drag strip than what we had today.
We've been around a lot of drag races for a lot of years, and you're right, Brian. It was a clean event.
Yes.
Clean event in all levels. So congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations and thank you to all of the fans that came and showed up for this, and hopefully heeded my advice and stayed hydrated. We haven't any incidents in the crowd as well. Just a really, really good day. Everyone travel safely getting home, but this has been awesome. Again, I get kind of sad when it's over.
Yeah, right.
And can't wait to get back here next year.
Here's Jimmer Klein, your winner in Big Tire once again. Amazing job there. Be catching up with Freiburger and Finnegan here in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
You saved a life today.
Hey, this isn't my first rodeo.
Christy Lee is an American hero. Christy Lee may be the greatest living American. I'm just going to put it out there for a fan vote.
Cosign.
So, Cage, what's next in the world of Hot Rod? What's next in the world of the big other? We talked about Drag Week, but in terms of content, anything exciting you guys are working on, people need to pay attention to on .com.
Actually, we have some really cool stuff coming up for the magazine. We've been going with sort of themes for the magazine, and we're going to visit the 1980s and early 90s.
Oh, I like it.
So features on cars of that period. Be sure to look out for that. And then, of course, again, we have Project Black Beauty in the works, trying to get that ready for Power Tour West. And all kind of other good stuff. You know, we just
You guys interested in a feature and changing a water pump in a Marauder? Because that'll be tomorrow. That'll be my content creation tomorrow.
Well, I tell you what, put something together. Once again, perennial.
Yep, Bodeker's Dart rolling up here to the starting line.
The reason why you see this Dart pulling up to the starting area, there are awards presented for the quickest, fastest, if you will, or quickest big tire Mopar powered vehicle, as well as the quickest small tire Mopar powered vehicle. And the black Dodge Dart that you see there that just pulled up, Pete Bodeker, has captured that bag
year
for
after year, relentlessly.
But yeah, Brian, we have some cool stuff going on. You can talk to Mike. I mean, you know, in this age of content and digital content and having to feed the beast all the time. Having to feed the beast constantly, you know, the website.
Oh yeah.
That might be something that that will win. As far as water pumps go.
Let's recognize Morgan Evans as she comes up the return road, a back-to-back champion.
Get your hands together for Morgan Evans. That
Her
little truck is tough.
Grudge Race. They stepped up the program this year, worked on the tuning, refined the chassis, and that truck was untouchable, running a 5:15 in the final round to take a back-to-back win.
Props, Morgan.
Absolutely well done.
Good job.
And it'll haul a crew up the return road like nobody's biz.
That's really cool. That's kind of
They got a little Carolina squawk going on, all those people in the back.
Big time, I want that truck kind of attitude right now going on with me. You know what I mean? Brian, I'd say race of the day on the direct connection grudge match side of it would be Morgan against John O'Malley.
That would be that would be kind of a fun throwdown for sure, a grudge match. They might find each other somewhere now that they've got these two good working cars.
They're both in Florida. So
they
might have to settle this again.
Absolutely locking themselves into something. But look, it also proves that stuff on the drag strip doesn't have to be 11,000 horsepower to be fun to watch. I mean, you
100%.
watch these low 5-second, mid 4-second cars out here,
100%.
It is a show.
Yep. Anything can happen in a drag race, man. Don't ever think differently.
David and Finnegan may be negotiating the end of the Ukrainian war right now. Once they get that handled, we'll throw it out of them in the starting line.
David,
I mean, there's 3 checks and there's 3 winners. I'm not sure what the whole level of discussion is down there. Might be playing, what's the game where you draw something and have somebody guess what it looks like? They might be playing that. And so Morgan backing her truck into place.
The position of reverence,
It
Brian.
is. It is.
The position of reverence.
It is. Cool to see racers pulling out of the pits. They'll be headed back to their homes or hotels to load up, make the trip back to whence they came tomorrow.
And that's at any drag race, that feeling
It is.
at the end of the day.
It is.
You know
Just
what I mean?
watching those rigs slowly pull out.
Move out and head for the freeway. Or like you said, maybe a hotel, get some sleep, and then head for the freeway at 3 in the morning and get on to where you have to go. But
There's always Twizzlers. Me and my pop ate Twizzlers on the way home from the racetrack. Right? When we were racing when I was a kid, it was he always had a bag of Twizzlers. So good, bad, or otherwise. Sometimes we ate the Twizzlers and didn't speak for the whole ride. Sometimes we went a couple of rounds and chatted it up and had a good time for ourselves.
Having your day in the sun, man. This is having your day in the sun. You can go a lot of ways. When we went at Pomona, got the check, got on the freeway, tire blew in the trailer.
Get out of here.
Check gone.
Woof.
Check just gone. By crude math, Pete's probably taken home about $15,000.
Over the course of years
yes.
here? Yeah, no, he has walked out of here with thousands of bucks in his pocket every single time he showed up. Freiburger attempting not to lose the flip-flops in the middle of the racetrack. Artfully, look, it was like a guy in one of those meetings walking over hot coals.
Why are they not permitted on the starting line area of the drag strip?
Yeah.
Reason one.
So we got our nice shot down there, the Woodward Ave sign. Morgan's holding court with the media, giving some quotes, giving some interviews.
Sound bites. Joe Feltalusa, social media man, MotorTrend social media expert Joe Feltalusa in the LA Dodgers hat down there. Be sure to look for Joe Fel's work and content, hotrod.com. And Hot Rod's social media page, Hot Rod's Instagram page, is Hot Rod Magazine on Instagram and Facebook. Joe Fel doing his thing.
Of course, as quickly as all this was set up, it has to be torn down just that fast.
Oh, it's going bye-bye.
You're going to see the big rig, I think, with the once these guys get their awards, there'll be a tractor trailer
It's
truck
around the
sitting there
corner
to start
island right
snatching
now.
batteries. Yeah.
Exactly.
And Jimmer Klein rolling up to receive his awards, with Mr. Callow right behind him. Steeler tires squealing in the background. So the thrill rides are going on for a while. I believe they're going on until 7:30 tonight. If we look at our schedule, the thrill rides will go until 8 p.m. tonight. So if you've not had a chance to take one of the thrill rides,
get back there and do so.
There's no time like the present. And if by some stroke of luck, Freiburger figures out how to turn on a microphone by 8 p.m., we will also throw it down to him.
In NHRA racing, sportsman racing.
Yep.
And cars that do exceedingly well.
Yep.
How often, as far as you know, how often do those owners of those cars get approached after like a great performance? Like, look, I need this car. What do you need for it? How much?
I think it's different. It's different.
Right
I mean, these things are. Oh yeah, that truck. I would own that thing in a flipping heartbeat.
I'm in that space.
I think the big difference is that if you got a good stock eliminator car, you're not taking it down the street. Like the beauty of that thing is you can hop in and hit the key and run low fives and also cruise down the highway with it.
I'm really just speaking from vehicle to vehicle, vehicle for vehicle, not necessarily a stock eliminator. Any race car, if it does well, and a guy or lady, whoever, a person who has that kind of bread, it's like, man, I want it. What do you?
It
what
definitely
do you need
happens.
For it?
It definitely happens. Oh, that give me your number.
Exactly.
And it's funny because you always hear the story of the 1 out of 100 times when the person actually means it, and the guy gives them a number, and they're like, okay, I'll wire their money tomorrow. And I guess I just sold my car.
I sold my car. That's just it. And after this repeat win in the direct connection grudge match, I can see Morgan's truck being one of those like, look, I need this thing. I got to have it. How much you want for it? And the question is, would she buckle?
Listen, everybody has a price.
Yeah. I don't think I could sell out. I'd have to hold on.
Well, especially now that you've won the thing, won races back-to-back years, and certainly I'm sure it's been a great content driver for their channel and
absolutely.
all the stuff that they've been able to do with it.
100%. Great truck. And you can get in and go to the store. I mean, just cruise it.
Yes.
Such a cool vehicle.
To me, it's the single neatest testimonial to the Hurricane engine. That truck, not the fact that how well it was installed, how well it fits, how well it runs. It really does. It checks all the boxes. People say, what would you do that for? What would you use that engine for? It's like, well, that.
Shout out Mopar Direct Connection, big single.
Yes.
Big single.
Big single.
Big single. With all due respect to Twins, if you do get into any type of in-house aftermarket modifying, consider that as an offer.
Right.
Big single.
Yeah. As Christy Lee talked about, too, there's such unique nature of this event where it is a, of course, powered by Dodge event, but all are welcome, and that's what the winner's circle reflects. You see exactly what you kind of want to see at a Dodge event, right? You see some successful Dodge and Mopar vehicles, but you also see that interspersement of other parts of hot rodding, other approaches.
Other makes, other models. And today we did see, Ford didn't necessarily win, but they went deep. Chevrolet, clearly, in the winner's circle. when you look back on history, that's what it was all about back in the 60s. Muscle car wars. That's what, you know, win on Sunday, race on Sunday, win on Monday.
Validate your product.
But also come down here to Woodward on any night and win.
Get a little piece of that, too.
Exactly.
All right, I believe we are ready to go down to the starting line area for our check presentations and trophy presentations.
Go ahead. Wow. It is such an honor and such a pleasure to be meeting Morgan here for the second year in a row, and it's befitting that she designed the winning trophy. And I can't wait to let her hold it because she showed us what a Hurricane can do, and it was incredible watching you all day. Thank you for everything.
Absolutely, thank you. This is definitely a first to win my own trophy, but I gotta say it's pretty cool. I did design it with me in mind.
Terrific job. Congratulations. Job well done. Incredible machine, and we look forward to having you back again.
Let's do it again.
2025 Roadkill Nights. Good? Oh, wow. Fantastic. Nice job. Oh, wow. That is incredible. Sticking to this pavement.
I know, me too. I'm losing my shoes.
All right.
Thank you for having me back.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Strap it in.
Oh, yeah. Put a seatbelt on this thing. Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Pretty fantastic to win your own trophy. Matt McAleer just mentioned Morgan actually designed the winner's trophy this year.
in mind.
She said she designed it with herself in mind, which was a fantastic answer.
Very cool. Back to back. The big Cummins slug at the top there. Cummins piston.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know where to look.
Yeah, lots of great parts in there. The camshafts and wrench being cut up and welded in there. Beautiful piece.
Definitely.
Planetary gear in the bottom. So next in line, I believe it will be the quickest Mopar of the event.
Morgan's got to get in the weight room, man.
Yeah, she's dying down there with that thing.
I don't know if I'll get it all the way up, but I'll try for you. I'll use both hands. Ready?
Tell them to pitch down here.
And so now let's go back to the starting line as Freiburger and Finnegan are with one fast dart.
This is going to be the quickest small tire Dodge that we had here in the program. It is Peter Bogdan in your 70 or 71 Dodge Dart. Tell me a little bit about the car. 72, it's got a 71 or 2 side marker light on it though. What's the story?
The quarter panels, they don't make them.
What's the combination on the car?
Small block Dodge.
Nitrous, blower, what do you got?
Nitrous.
All right, Nitrous Small Block Dodge comes out here and takes the award and the $5,000 for the quickest small tire Dodge at all of Roadkill Nights. There's the lovely and talented Mike Finnegan with the check.
You ever want to check this big before?
Several times.
Congratulations.
Yeah! All right, let's move on to the quickest big tire Dodge, which happens to be a Jeep. Okay, remember that if you're running in the big tire category here, that you can either have a really big fat slick or you can have all-wheel drive. And that's what's going on right here with the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk all-wheel drive. He's got drag tires on all four corners. It is the quickest Chrysler, Stellantis, Mopar, whatever you want to call it. It is the quickest Stellantis product in the big tire category. And it is Antonio D'Angelo.
Congratulations. Normally, I'd be curious how you felt running all-wheel drive against big tires, but given that you won, I assume you're happy here.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's my first event ever that I've actually competed in. We have a shop, Ripatoon. We built this. We usually let our customers have the glory, take the records. And I was like, you know what, it's time for me to do something. Came out here, had a good time, met a lot of great people. Got to showcase some of my own parts from Race Carbon. And it was good, man, just hanging out with a bunch of friends.
And what is the name of your shop?
The shop is Ripatoon. Ripatoon.
Ripatoon.
Yep.
The shop is
Yep.
Ripatoon that
Correct.
took down the quickest Stellantis vehicle in the big tire category.
There we
$5,000 bucks.
Yeah, buddy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, if anybody's familiar with my shtick here from the Roadkill show, you know I always wear sandals, and I am sticking to the track here. It's pretty miserable. All right, now we are going on to the big tire winner. The whole shebang, the whole shootout. How many times have you won this thing?
It's a 6 now.
Number 6. Number 6 for Jimmer Klein.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, you appreciate it, and you're going to get $5,000 for your trouble. 6 times he has dominated this thing. He
What
feels
will
like
you do with
Happy
the money?
Gilmore.
That's all I want to know is what are you going to do with the money? This is 6 times now. Are you investing it? Are you spending it in the car, strip club? What are you doing?
For vacation, probably, and then throw the rest into the car.
He's sending his wife to Disneyland. That's what he said.
Put
All
your
right.
hands together for our winner in big tire.
Right on. As we wrap up MotorTrend Presents Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge, we're going to the car that won our small tire shootout. And it is Jeffrey Kalo. Tell us the combo on the car. What makes it great? Why'd you win?
The people behind the car make it great. But it's just a stock block, big turbo car. You know, we came out here today, we knew we were gonna be fast and ended up in the winner's circle. So you gotta love it. With this guy on the keyboard, this crew, how can you lose?
You couldn't, man. You had a lot of really good leaves. You had a lot of good side-by-side races, but you ended up dominant, and you're going to take the $5,000 from Mike Finnegan.
Congratulations.
Perfect. Get the kids. They're going to need that money for college.
Daddy's got a race car. They ain't going to college.
All right, we're coming to a close here at Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge. We're going to throw it back up to the booth with Brian Loans and KJ Jones.
Thank you very much, David. A great way to honor our champions, our winners here to close out this 10th running of Roadkill Nights powered by Dodge. What a great day. Let's wrap it up.
Awesome day, man. I've been talking all day, and I'm
Yes.
kind of speechless. It really was fantastic to see so many cool cars go down this street, wrap your head around what this street is, wrap your head around what car culture is, it's just been an amazing time, and I'm very thankful for being able to be here.
Yeah, it was fantastic, KJ. A great day, and on behalf of all of us with MotorTrend, on behalf of everybody that worked to put this event on, from the guys that prepared the racetrack and laid the barriers up to the people that were directing traffic this morning and doing all the very difficult logistical work, it has been fantastic, and thanks for tuning in, whether live or on YouTube and the MotorTrend channel to watch. Just a couple of weeks from now will be a drag week. It'll be KJ, it'll be David, and it'll be I doing the call on that week's show. It'll be right here on the MotorTrend YouTube channel. But on behalf of all of us, thanks for tuning in to Roadkill Nights. I'm Brian Loans, and I'll see you down the road.